I'll start now.
I think.
Let's see if it
I
works.
think we should. Can we change to a proper streaming website like Cam Soda? Come on, Rob.
Cam Soda.
Come on, Rob.
Yo, I thought we were using Pornhub.
Yeah, that's
Come on,
right.
Rob. I want equality. Oh, there we go. Oh.
Right, it's supposed to.
There was check. I gotta wait for my Twitch browser to actually tell me on.
Great. And
Hang on, so that's amazing.
It's great, isn't it? I stole it from a flatmate because he left it behind.
Are you on about the? Are you on about the cat poster?
Yeah, cats.
No,
and
I'm just on about this
unicorns.
white wallpaper. I stole this from a flatmate. Right, I'm gonna see if does
That's
this.
an
Okay,
emoji
hold
gaming
up, guys.
Right.
Rob, why are you using a pillow that hasn't even been removed from its bag?
Budget.
Well, actually, it's not a pillow. It's a 10.5 tog duvet. I think you'll find.
That makes it worse.
Well, it's because
That's somehow more studenty than just a pillow.
Yeah, literally.
I think you really need to start whoring yourselves out so you can get a bloody proper gaming chair. Something actually.
there's no
fucking-
room in here for a
A
gaming
real
chair.
desk.
I was gonna steal my
Hold on,
brother's
hold on.
desk because he
If there's-
never uses it.
If there's no room for a gaming chair,
No.
then you need to lose the bed.
No.
Then you have room.
Sleep in the chair.
Hell.
Oh no, it fell.
That's what I get for not pressing it very hard. Here we go. Come on,
I
poster.
feel
Here we
so
go.
sad for you, Rob. This is like something you'd see on Red Nose Day in between the different sketches.
The failed live stream.
Oh, thanks.
Oh Christ.
This is one of my best.
Oh, hell yeah, look at this show we're getting.
Fuck.
That booty's thick.
I
Well, I'm
like
leaving-
how
I'm
we
out of
can
it.
tell
I'm
how
going,
much of a
guys.
delay there is.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Oh Christ. Hang on, we'll wait until Rob puts his
We'll
head.
we'll wait until Rob gets back.
He might already be back and we have no idea.
Right, I've got myself a book.
Oh, he is back. Welcome
For-
back.
for
You can see the
reasons.
book in his hand.
What is that book? Let's have a look.
It's because I'm
Thickens
sitting
the
on a
gap.
bed. It's because I'm sitting on a bed and flimsy mouse mats like this don't work terribly well on beds.
Rob, don't you have a degree?
It's not an engineering degree, okay?
May as well be, mate. Close enough.
Absolute genius. Oh shit, I'm pressing a bunch of stuff. Is that bad? Oh, it's probably bad. Everything's kind of bad. It's fine. Everything's fine, but that feels a lot better to put my mouse on. Right. If I switch to this, is it going to show off my personal details? No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Cool.
If it is, I'm screenshotting it.
That's fine. I don't think there's anything bad on there. I just forgot to launch game there.
Are you in Roll20 now?
I'm in Roll20. I'm just not in the games.
God,
load
what
it.
the hell is
Sorry.
God. Oh my God, Rob. There he is.
Yay. Okay.
Welcome to El Game.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's the first time watching Rob stream that I've actually it's actually been a smooth stream. It's not like cut out and tried and
Oh, there's still
continue.
time. There's still time.
Yeah, no. Discord could still crash like last time.
Yeah. Did it? Oh, yeah. Oh, that was bad. That was
Yeah,
awful.
it did.
So,
Discord crashed, then my internet crashed, then
Yeah.
Alex's character sheet crashed, then Roll20 crashed altogether, and then we just gave up.
I think that's
Right.
fair.
I think this looks alright. I don't have a laptop. That would be handy. Ah, well. What am I going to do? Who knows?
Like, we made a decent amount of progress considering, but like,
Oh, it's a periodic table.
yeah. Do you remember what the periodic table was for?
I was supposedly figured it out. I know that much, but I can't remember what it was for.
It was the scoreboard for like all the fights that are happening in this bar. So
No,
I'm
you're
guessing
saying-
we're all-
You're saying fight wrong. It's voice.
Fight!
fights.
All fighting.
From now on, every character who says fight is going to say fight in that exact voice,
Oh,
regardless
around
of
the
like
world.
gender or ethnicity.
This is handy. I'm on 2% battery. Cool. Okay.
How much am I? I'm on 44% when we started. My phone's battery not good.
No, mine's shattered itself
Oh
brutally.
dear! Every time I move my head, my headphone cables get stuck on like the microphone stand. It's awful. Everything's bad.
You're bad.
Yeah. Okay.
I had to
Scarlet,
clear a
go.
space on my desk so that I can roll my dice.
Oh, that's nice. You have a desk. Oh, I wish I had one of those.
It looks like you have a desk in your stream, if that helps.
Does it?
And I'm assuming you just have it propped up on like a fortress of pillows and books.
Right. Okay. I'll send a video to the group chat of am I up tonight?
Fucking mess that is your setup.
Literally the mess that is my setup. It's appalling. D&D and chill. Oh, that's my face. You don't want to see that.
Right, in the meantime, should we see what, if anything, any of you guys remember?
I remember we left the original city we got to.
Yes,
And,
you have
uh,
Solaris.
Dickhead McDickheadson.
Emsworth Camden. Yeah, that's
Dickhead
right.
McDickheadson.
Yep, that's his name.
Because he escaped prison
Mm-hmm.
due to demons.
Yes, that happened.
And we managed to get into the new city after random consequences.
Rain is the city you're in now. It's basically Midgard.
Which Midgard are we talking about again?
The one, or Midgard from Final Fantasy VII.
So the good Midgard then.
Yeah. Not the Norse one.
Yeah, no.
Oh god, Rob. Oh
What?
god.
What is it? Let's have a look.
What is it? What have I done?
It's
That'll do.
it's your setup, Rob.
I know, it's
Oh,
it's
God.
quite bad, isn't it? Right, I'm going to plug my phone in and see if I can put the image on the screen.
That is
Is your monitor just sat on top of your computer?
It's just sat on top of my computer, yeah.
my god.
It's honestly
It's
working
disgusting.
better than I expected. Right, let's see if... Oh, I need to enable...
It actually looks like the sort of thing you'd see in like a police drama type show when they break the door down to find a poor child on the floor.
They're gonna think Rob's like an abused slave.
Right, my mouse is too slow, but it's the normal speed that it always
You
is.
see, Rob, looking
Yes.
at your how your setup is, it's nice and all, but
But...
can you do this?
I don't know what he's doing.
I did it for Alex. Right, where's my phone?
Okay, so none of you have seen any
PewDiePie.
memes then.
Apparently
Oh,
not.
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
$3.99.
Oh, I'm an
The
old
thing
man.
is, I actually have
I'm just a kid.
I'm not like because I haven't got billions of money like him.
Just wait a second.
I have billions of money. That's why I have a 5 foot by 7 foot bedroom.
I know the feeling, buddy.
That, you know how much that room cost you?
In London, it cost me
$3.99.
about £1,000 a month.
It's $3.99.
So now,
But you see, you spent the wrong money because for $3.99, you can also do this. Oh man, it's the best. It was the best meme for so long.
this is a rich DCIM. Here we go. I just want to load that. Is it camera or 100 media?
Alright,
Guys,
so
take
we
your bets. Camera or 100 media? I think it's camera.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
Robot Rob has returned.
I'm still here. What? What do you mean returned? I've been here the entire time.
Robot Rob.
Oh, is
Okay.
it bad? Oh,
It's not too bad now. It was for a second.
oh, hang on. I'm gonna drop. Oh, can I change down my bit rate? I
What
did drop
on
some
earth? Matt, is that you?
that's me.
Always
Okay.
Matt. It's always Matt.
These demonic
Yeah,
sounds.
Accusing me. Logan, you piece of shit.
I mean, it makes sense for him to accuse you. It's always you.
Right, just finding.
All right, so we've learned what Alex remembers, which was actually a surprising amount. What does anyone else remember?
We're in rain.
Yeah, there we go.
We had to sneak in, and then we went through a sewer where we almost died to a fucking rat.
No, that was you.
There you go. There's a
Yes,
picture. There's a
pretty
picture.
much
Of,
right.
there's a picture of what I'm
Communism
working with.
united. Right.
Get your commie shit out of here.
So, Oh hell yeah!
Oh,
Now that
it-
I tell you what, that's a setup.
That is a setup. But
I
what
like
makes
the
it
duel
better is my microphone stand here. It clips onto the stool that you can see just behind it, and to hold the stool down, it's just a bunch of clothes.
I also like them bare legs, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Rob's
If
actually
I
naked
can.
right now.
I am.
He's only wearing a shirt.
Rob, you know
Hell
you
yeah.
can get banned from Twitch for this, yeah?
I'm a Twitch thought. Is that it?
Yeah.
Rob's a titty
Wait,
streamer now.
you're a thought?
Right, that's it. I'm content striking you.
Be gone!
Become hot. There we go. Unable to connect to chat. What the? If I press some buttons, will it work? This is bad. Why is it bad? Connected to Wi-Fi. Right. Okay. I'll just turn that image off. Okay. We can start now. I've done faffing around.
Okay, cool. We're done goofing.
Error while creating
The
chat
goose has
message. Try
happened.
again. This is bad.
Alright, let's see how well I can remember everything that's happened. So, skipping over the prologue, basically, you found out that one of the main rulers of the city of Solaris was kind of a dick. His name was Emsworth Camden, and he was leading a gang called the Golden Shark Thief in order to try and take over the city for himself. You promptly foiled this plan, mostly by accident, and then went into his main hideout in the sewers, where you found it was basically a bloodbath because the demons that he had contracted with, without you knowing, had turned on him and wiped everyone out. The demons tried to assassinate him in prison and failed, leading to his escape, and you chased him to the city of Rain, which Matt's character Gregory DuPont has a history in, where basically he was framed for attempting to murder the main magistrate of the city. Crime which he didn't actually commit, but he was basically became public enemy number one. His gang was pretty much like annihilated, and now they have no territory. And nobody likes him in Rain.
Neither
So
anywhere else, but you know.
Yeah, but specifically for different reasons to everywhere else. You, while you were in Solaris, you met a dragonborn called, what's his name? Balazar Delmirev, and he was basically the captain of the guard, or like captain of the elite dragonborn guards that defend the city. You fought alongside him against demons, and it turns out his family is quite influential in Solaris, the Delmirev family. Well, not in Solaris, in Rain, rather. So he gave you a letter of introduction, which is also signed by one of the heads of the families in Solaris, Akra Brazara, her name was. Just as sort of a, hey, these dudes are reputable, except for Gregory. You were also instructed that you should give this letter to Balazar's family in Rain, and after some antics involving you, I want to say sneaking past, but really it was more like Adam Sandlering past a robotic guard. Milo and Gregory both snuck in, made it to Gregory's old hideout within the city and re-equipped themselves. Meanwhile, Torin forgot he had the letter of introduction to get into the city, almost got arrested, met a fortune teller who told him to beware the trickster with many faces, and gave him instructions on how to meet with Gregory. Torin wisely decided this fortune teller was very shady and decided not to deal with her anymore when she tried to bargain for some of his good fortune in order to gain more information. And then the gang all met up. You all decided that the first order of business in tracking down Emsworth Camden should be to try and find the Delmirev family. when you got to like the main section of the lower city of Rain, which is called the Tarnished Coin District, you found out that in a club of a certain type of repute called the Shattered Pelvis, one of the Delmirevs is going to be holding a demonstration fight where he's going to be fighting a representative from one of the 4 main gangs that rules over the lower city, called the Spectres. I should also mention, at the moment, in order to conceal his identity, Gregory is currently wearing a bedsheet over his head like a Halloween costume.
Yeah.
Like,
What?
oh, okay. So it doesn't look like a certain costume from the deep south of America. No?
No, he's not a member of a certain friendly.
I mean, if I'm paid enough, right? I don't mind.
Do you like to shout a certain race's power?
You mean white power? What's wrong?
My stream,
I don't see
please.
any problem with it.
we're trying to be content friendly here.
Yeah, we're on.
We are.
White
We're
power.
on the internet,
Do
please.
you mind paying money to it?
The,
We're not
the
doing it
most,
anymore. You just got to
the
sleep.
most profane
Strip
word
down.
banned from my stream is bollock.
What?
Just bollock. One of them.
Is that in the Twitch?
What?
Like his terms of service.
In terms
yeah.
of service.
Oh,
You're not allowed to say it. Even me.
Hang on.
Chat rules. Don't ask for mod. I have mods for that. You don't have any fucking.
I have people modded. They never join. There's no point. Thanks for the... multiple. Thank you.
Wait, hey.
That's how it's
hold
done.
up, hold up, hold up.
Yes.
How the fuck is Logan a mod?
Oh, yeah! I was forgetting about that. I don't know why.
Holy shit! When did that happen?
God.
Ages
I'm
ago.
a bad Matt.
Well, that's it. I'm demobbing you.
White power. Bring me my goddamn.
Hang on.
No.
Slash ban.
No. Oh, did I? Oh, shit. I just timed you out.
You deleted it. Time out.
Sorry.
No!
That's the wrong, but that's not what I wanted to do. Ban, timeout, purge. Oh, my goodness.
Purge.
What?
Oh, this is it.
No!
This is
I didn't realise we're
deadly.
going back to 1938 Germany.
Unban.
You wouldn't even let me slash ban a piece.
How do I? Oh my. Oh, can you see the messages that I just like unclick like that?
It just says message deleted for me.
Oh, okay. I
on
thought
everything.
they might reappear because I'm making them reappear.
Nope.
Never mind.
They're
How
gone
do I
forever.
modern and module? I thought it was through here.
It's fine. I can retype them.
Someone's got Twitch Prime.
Yes, yes I do.
No, I'm banned! God damn it, I'm still muted.
Okay, I can unban you. I think. I clicked on. It's not working.
Anyway, shall we continue?
Continue. Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you haven't realised, guys, this always happens when we play
It
D&D.
does.
It does. Yeah.
Okay, so you basically dragonborned your way into the establishment,
Of course I did.
and dragonborned your way up to the bar where you ordered drinks. Torin ordered water, mostly just to be a penis. The bartender, who was a middle-aged dwarven woman whose voice I can't remember, so now she sounds like Danny DeVito.
Trash.
Magnum Dawn.
I still haven't watched Always Sunny.
My magnum condom.
My flatmates used to watch it all the time. It looked more funny.
Oh, Always Sunny in
I dropped
Philadelphia,
my
Rob. It's the best
monster
thing.
condom. No, that's too.
My
That's more
Magnum
boxy.
Dawn.
Magnum Dawn.
Oh man, I love Danny DeVito.
It's the best thing, man. And that's basically where we ended the section because
We're
you
too busy
guys
pissing
were.
about.
Well, no, we were having internet trouble that day, weren't we?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Discord died and Roll20 died and my internet died.
Well, I didn't realise you run Discord and Roll20 from your house.
What, in my old house?
In your house, yeah. From your old house.
Yeah.
Both of them.
How,
The servers,
what do
all
you
of
mean?
them.
Of course I was. How
company.
else do you think we played?
I was hoping a service group of people would provide Discord and Roll20.
Rob?
What?
Say that again?
What?
What?
We're cutting out. What?
Robo?
Hello?
That
Robo?
Oh.
Okay, we can hear you again now. What were you saying, Rob?
I said I didn't realise you run Discord and Roll20 from the comfort of your own house.
Yeah, that's why it crashed.
It's
It
just
was,
mad, man.
it was trying to run off my internet, so like all their servers just died. They were like, "Oh no, we've caught the Logan plague."
More cushions.
Right,
Stocking
so you're all stood there. Gregory is holding a flagon of something ale that he did not request. Rob, I believe, got rum, and Torin
Probably.
got water. Cheese doing catnip again. And,
do catnip
what
at
would
that
you
bar.
guys like to do? Yeah,
Oh,
cheese.
were we about to watch a
happens.
fight?
Yes, there will be a fight happening.
Right, is this bad? Ooh.
Vaguely
Ah.
important that you guys is on this. Yeah, there were actually two Delmirev names. There's Dorma Delmirev, which is the one who you know is going to be fighting next, and there's also Tito Delmirev, who has fewer wins but like still a very impressive reputation. And like at the minute, you are all in just like this
Can you
extremely
put our
crowded
characters on
bar. People are like
all the people in
eagerly
here.
trying to wager. Yeah, there's like
Can you put our characters on the screen?
just go into there's a guy
Cool.
here.
Yeah.
That's his nose. He's smiling.
Fantastic.
Why is it penis on that again?
That's one of the
This
people
is-
who's
it's-
here.
It's not
that's
a penis. It's a
that's
man.
one of the patrons.
Rob, you'll have to make sure that that's blanked out.
Yeah,
And this is my character.
that's right.
There we go. He's very tall for a halfling.
Oh no! Now I've set the precedent that you guys are allowed to doodle all over the map.
That's what you get, bitch.
Rob, are you
Yes.
talking?
Yeah. Can you not hear
Yeah,
me?
you muted Rob.
No. Fuck. Am I?
Hello.
Oh.
Yeah, Rob is talking. I've unmuted his chat and
Interesting. We've lost. Rob, what have you done, boy?
sake.
Goodness.
God damn it!
I know I can hear you. Can you hear me?
God damn it! I'm
Sorry.
still not allowed to
What?
do.
Oh,
Move out. Why are you like this?
don't say the icicle's broken, is it?
Hey, we
Was that-
almost
was that
heard
him
Rob
there?
for a second.
Yeah.
What? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
Oh, there we go. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Rob's
Can you
back.
still hear me?
Yeah. Did you
Okay.
unplug your mic?
No. I tried to change the gain on it so it was a little better for you guys, but never
Right.
mind.
I'm
Didn't
gonna
need to do
now
that.
need
It
to
just broke
turn you
things.
back down. Keep talking.
Okay. No, I won't keep talking. You've joined the
Okay.
game. Here's the available chat commands you can use. Is that better?
Sure.
Cool.
What are the available chat? How do I ban Matt?
/roll
Hey, I just drew-
2d4 plus 5 to ban Matt.
Okay.
I just drew a beautiful picture for you. And
Uh,
so you find
I got a total of 10 to ban Matt. Is he banned yet?
Oh, can I use my dice? Can I, please?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
he says crying because he spent 50 quid on these expensive dice.
Oh no, I did a stupid.
Again. Always.
I deleted one of the tables.
Oh.
It's
and this
back.
is also bad. Oh dear.
I moved them to the token layer so that like I could move them around if stuff happened, and I accidentally deleted one. The one that all of you guys are on.
Oh. That's bad.
Okay, so what are you guys gonna do then? What is happening? Let's play. Let's actually play.
Right, is there any angry looking people nearby?
Say again, Rob.
Is there any angry looking people nearby?
There are some people who are looking kind of impatient by the bar
I wanna
because they
rustle some
want to bet.
jimmies.
There's only one person like tending the bar and taking all of the wages at the minute.
I'm gonna rustle some jimmies. Where am I now? Okay, I'm this big dude up here, so I'm gonna.
Are you?
There.
Okay. Let's just.
Can you put some characters down?
Yeah, sure. Hang on.
No more penises.
That's you, Milo.
Oh, thanks.
Oh yeah, we need our characters. Put the characters.
Yeah. Okay. Gregory, here's you.
Hey.
I'm gonna pickpocket someone.
Torin, this is gonna go so well. That's you, Torin. Let's put Chi down as well. There's Chi. Chi's being edgy, drinking at this table. By drinking, I mean snorting catnip like it's Coke.
I mean,
The rest of you are all by the
that's
bar.
pretty normal.
Cool. I'm gonna pickpocket someone.
You're gonna pickpocket someone.
Yeah.
Why
Great.
would you, as a warlock, pickpocket someone?
Roll a sleight of hand check.
Okay. I can't be bothered to use my dice for this. I'm just gonna roll a sleight of hand check. Oh, I didn't set up my thing. Oh, that's handy. Okay. Where am I? Let's go. Character sheet. Skills. Sleight of hand. Roll that bad boy. 14.
Who the hell said do it in the background?
14.
14, sure. You find one person who's sort of anxiously looking at Torin. He's this like middle-aged, balding, fat human. And because you're so small, you're able to just sort of sneak in around him, give him the old reach around, cup the coin purse, if you get what I'm saying. And he's so grateful for it that he gives you 2 copper pieces.
Fantastic. Okay. Where's my copper?
He also thinks that you're one of the prostitutes, and he is going to try and solicit you later. Solicit the proposition. That'll do.
Yay. Okay, well, I'm gonna
He's
move.
really into pink-haired halfling boys, apparently.
Oh, how do I move? Is it?
You should just be able to drag it around, or just like indicate to the map on
There.
me. I might not have
Oh, it's,
given you control over
how
the
do you do the
tokens.
circly thing?
What's up?
Circle thing.
Oh, hold and click. Click and hold, and it'll ping a location. Okay,
On.
so you're going over here.
Yeah. There. Here.
Next to the sex robot. On the balcony or under the balcony?
Under the balcony, out of sight.
Okay.
I move over to. I'm over here. I'm top, overlooking.
Okay.
So I can
Next stage check to get up the stairs.
Yeah, that's right. It's the stairs are really rickety. You have to make a dexterity throw so that you don't die.
Okay, I make a strength check of being able to leap the whole thing.
Okay. Sure, actually do it. Screw it. That sounds like fun.
Alright, let's go. Please, for the love of God, roll high. Oh, I rolled a 20.
All right, yeah, sure. You literally like. So I think I've understated how incredibly Torin is before. Like, he is physically as big and strong as it is possible for a mortal human, like a mortal creature, to be. Like, you know, the enormous guys in like World's Strongest Man who like bench press cars. That's how big he is, and that's how strong he is.
Thank you.
Like, if he wanted to, he could easily punch through like a solid brick wall or something. And he literally, like, from a standstill, just vertical leaps about 15 feet in the air, and then just sort of like nonchalantly walks up the rest of the steps. As you do that, once again, you attract quite a lot of attention, including you notice someone in particular is waving to you. She's probably stood about here, sort of leaning on the edge of the balcony. It's a young human woman who's wearing sort of like piecemeal armor, sort of like cobbled together from different things, and she's carrying a long sword that's wrapped up in a cloth, and she's sort of trying to wave you over.
Noticing this, I am inquisitive enough to go over towards it.
Okay, cool. I will put her token on as well. But basically, she greets you and is like, "Hi there. What's your name? I noticed you stand out like a lot, and so does your friend who is, I think, pretending to be a ghost."
I
looking down at Gregory by the bar.
I look towards Gregory and say, "That is not my friend." I just death stare him.
I will continue.
Oh, haunted, huh? Great. That sounds like fun. So, are you guys here to see my brother's fight?
Who is your brother exactly?
What? You mean you haven't heard of the Delmirevs?
Oh, you're a member of the Delmirev family.
Uh-huh. My name's Tito. Nice to meet you. And she reaches out to shake your hand. Like, she seems very informal about the whole thing. There's no, like, noble warrior thing going on here. She's just a person who is apparently a Delmirev. Although the only Delmirev you've ever met was a dragonborn. It's a bit weird that a human girl is also a Delmirev.
Inquisitively asked, is all the Delmirevs human, or are they dragonborn? Like, are they a mixed race or something?
Well, Delmirev is kind of family in more of a loose sense of the term. Like, me and my brother are actually brother and sister, but like everyone else is adopted. Our dad, the head of the Delmirev family, is who is doing on the map is
fuck's sake. It's goddamn Matt. Are you pretending to draw who is super muscly?
Either that, or he has some preferences that we're just now establishing. Gotta have muscles. Muscles on your muscles.
Basically, what he's drawing is my character.
After walking up those fucking stairs, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Don't even walk. I
Believe that.
Jesus, yeah.
I can't believe that actually worked. Just.
I mean, you did get a total of 20, and I can't take that away from you.
Oh man, if I got a nat one, it would have been so bad.
Yeah, no, you would have face planted and like lost health.
And died. Oh.
Possibly died. Like, you might have got tetanus off like a nail sticking out of the stairs.
So anyway, to continue where we were, I say, well, if you're a member of the Delmirevs family, and then I present the letter to them.
Okay.
And explain to her like who gave me this letter, and what we're doing, and how the Delmirevs may be able to help us.
You hand her the letter, and like and you say, "This is from Balazar," and basically she just tells you to shut up. Like, don't talk about this here, in the middle of a crowded room. Whatever's up with Balazar, you get the sense that it's she knows better than to talk about it in just like a really crowded bar. She's like, I think it's probably best if we talk about whatever you guys have going on. If you know my brother, like, you know, Balazar, probably in a more private place. So how's about after all fighting we talk about this?
I turn around, Sheldon says, that I agree. I'm just like, yeah, that actually sounds like a good. I thought maybe I'd be able to inform you of who we are to begin with, but it seems like you already had a feeling about that anyway.
No, I have no idea who you guys. well, you say we. I see you and your friend with the sheet. I'm guessing the pink-haired guy is with you as well.
Regrettably.
She doesn't mention anything about Chi. You think Chi has just sort of gone incognito, being rogue and all.
Yeah.
And she basically just says like, no, it's Balazar. Okay, so I only know him by reputation. I've never actually met Balazar. He left before I was adopted. But, like, I know that he's in Solaris doing, like, you know, important people work. So...
Important people work.
Well, that's, like, her impression of Balazar.
Oh, okay.
Like, this is what she says is important people work.
So I basically turned around and sent them, because obviously it's weird. So it's like, so what made you feel the need to garner my attention then?
Literally, I was bored and you guys stood out.
So I tell you what. Yeah,
Like,
we do.
You look really good in a fight, and I was gonna challenge you to a fight in a bit. That's basically.
I look.
I'm still gonna challenge you to a fight, especially now that I know that you. Especially now that I know that you know Balazar, I'm definitely gonna challenge you to a fight, dude.
I grin and say, I accept the challenge.
She, like, her eyes light up. Like, immediately she gets super excited and starts going like, lady, over here, quick. And a human man who is probably about the size of Milo, but he's a human. He's, like, very slim, very effeminate, sort of comes over. It's like, yes, another drink, Miss Delmirev? No, we're going to talk to you about the next fight coming up. Me and this guy are going to have a fight. Second test rules. Of course, I'll have the arena prepared immediately after your brother's match has concluded. And he walks away back towards the bar to tell the dwarven bartender who seemed to be at this place about Tito's plan. In the meantime, Milo, you actually, just for a second, you catch a glimpse of a familiar face. And it is the half-elf rogue who you met while you and Gregory were sneaking into the city, who only introduced herself as A.
Yeah.
Just A.
A.
A, obviously fake name.
I thought I had A written down somewhere.
You literally only catch like a tiny glimpse of her for a second, and you think that's probably because she wanted you to, and then she disappears into the crowds again, and you can feel like the crowds are starting to get more and more hyped up, and the match is probably going to start any second now.
So which way did she go out? Was she like over? Oh, that's not how you point.
She was probably sort of over here under the balconies where it's sort of more shaded,
right,
and more shadowy.
I'm going to move closer to where she was, but not to her directly.
Okay, yeah. So what, like over here somewhere?
Yeah, I'll do. Yeah.
Okay. If you want to make a perception check, you can look around for her again.
Let's do. Well, yeah, just so I know where she is. Right. Oops.
What was her bonus to stealth?
16.
Let's see. Yeah, you again for a second you just seem to spot her, and now she's over by the bar, and then she blends back into the crowd. It seems she's sort of she's letting you know that she's present and like occasionally revealing herself.
Right. Okay.
But
so stay away from her for now.
Her distance.
Okay.
Like she's trying to be subtle, dude. Like she gives you a look like, Drew, seriously.
Stop being dumb.
I can't help it. Right. Okay.
Gregory, what are you up to at the minute?
I'm sticking at the bar because I'm keeping a fucking low profile. No,
Okay, you're just there.
I don't want to die.
Sipping something ale, and you take a sip of it, and then you remember why something ale sounds familiar. You remember it's sewer water.
I'm just gonna keep
I mean, you just
drinking.
bought sewer water.
Gregory DuPont is not going to bother disturbing anyone about this, just in case they try and kill me over this fucking sewage water. So I'll be all right for now. I'll just drink it. Hope for the best.
Okay. This is a very humbling moment for Gregory DuPont. Normally, like the center of attention, this big bombastic bard who's constantly trying to like sell people magical elixirs is quietly in the corner drinking sewer water because he doesn't want to cause a scene.
You know,
He doesn't want to draw attention to himself, so he drinks an obvious drink.
I really don't want to die.
No, I think that's really, really good. Obviously, Gregory would be very afraid. Everyone wants to kill him here, and he knows it.
I'm just going to keep my white cloak over. If any of the people are wearing a white cloak, they're my friends.
Funnily enough, you do not meet the KKK.
Game's bullshit.
Why? Why would you have to mention it?
Um,
Because it's funny.
It's not.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's totally.
My poor stream.
God, don't you love being edgy, Bob?
Oh, not edgy. It's too edgy for me.
Okay, and yeah, again, Gregory, people are sort of like occasionally giving you glances like, oh, that's a bit weird. That guy's dressed up weird, but like they're not really bothered about you.
Has
Everyone's here.
Has he got eye holes in the blanket, or is he just like stumbling around, like just feeling his way through places?
I think stumbling around, to be honest.
Okay, I was just sure.
So he has no eye holes.
Actually, I'll punch them out.
Is that why you're stood?
I'll punch them out
You have
purely so I can. I'll punch them out purely because this is going to be so funny to watch Alex get absolutely smashed by Delmirevs.
No, he's got two eye holes right at the top of the blanket and one just low down, waist level.
I'm taking front row.
the Catholic way.
I don't mind. I'll move anywhere across here. I just want to be front row seats for this smashing.
Yeah. Also, like, just for perspective, the demon that like almost killed you before, Alex, when you tried to 1v1 it.
Yeah.
The main boss was more or less the same strength as that, if possibly a little bit stronger. And for like a solid 10 rounds, Balazar 1v1'd it. You barely lasted 2 against the other one.
Yeah, that's because you decided to cheat your bitch.
Remembered the abilities it had, but sure.
Cheated.
Like, Balazar was really, really strong. Like, you guys are good. You guys are, on your way to becoming heroes. But he was a professional. And you've just challenged what's effectively his system. Well, you've accepted his little challenge to a fight.
I do not back down.
Yeah, cool. No, I'm on board with this. I was hoping for this. She challenged you because I wanted her to challenge you. Also because it's what she would have done. But
Die, Alex, die, Alex, die, Alex, die.
I won't
Alex,
die. This is a
Alex,
normal,
die.
just a fight. It's not a.
I hope she's like
it's a duel.
I genuinely
You hope that she's secretly a barbarian.
Yeah.
That she goes into a blood rage and murders him.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
With it's fist fights, right? So no weapons.
She said second task rules. You know the first task. Well, you assume it's unarmed from the vague description you got before, because when you asked what Delmirev was like, an excited fan told you that hand-to-hand he's unbeatable. He's definitely going to win the first task. So you assume that means the task is going to be no weapons, but she challenged you to second task rules. You have no idea what that means.
We'll see.
Mhm.
I mean, technically, I can use any weapon I have. As a paladin, I am proficient in.
That is true. You are proficient in basically any
You're
weapon.
proficient in getting beaten into a pulp.
Bitch, I can beat you into a pulp in a minute.
Yeah, you probably could, but at the same time, I'm not fighting Delmirev, you know.
Okay, so basically we'll fast forward to where the fight begins at this point. I think you guys have all done something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the first person to come out is a blue-scaled dragonborn. He sort of comes out from a side entrance behind the billboard here. Gregory, you get a very good view of as he basically walks like almost straight past you through your eye line, and he is ripped, like maybe not quite as strong as Torino.
Just, you know, he's got really nice muscles. I could talk about them for like an hour if you want, but
yeah, he's like, you know.
That isn't gay at all.
No, definitely not.
Torin, you would know blue dragonborns and stuff. You know that they're not innately evil, but being a chromatic dragonborn, they generally have a bad reputation. You've heard that this guy is a representative of one of the main gangs of the city, and you know that blue dragonborns are all about lightning. Like silver dragonborns have cold breath weapon, blue dragonborns have lightning. So yeah, he walks into the middle of this ring, like basically standing shirtless and like presenting to the crowd like a wrestler. And then Eye of the Tiger comes on in the background.
Out of a medieval sound system.
Yes, yeah, no, it's there's actually like
A load of dwarves just standing at the top.
Yeah, no, they're doing it in.
They're doing an a cappella cover.
Yeah,
of it.
exactly. Dum 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 dum.
And out walks a human man, and
A human.
a male human, and
Strange.
considering like how much he was talked up, he doesn't look that big, to be honest. He looks like maybe 5'5". He looks like
Not that big.
Yeah. He looks like fairly short and like, but he looks well trained and disciplined. But you imagine there might be like some small syndrome going on in there if like he's going to be picking fights with people. But like the second he steps out, the entire crowd like goes ape.
I didn't realise we were in full of fucking monkeys. Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
that's it, man. It's
We've brought us to.
people are swinging off chandeliers, screaming. It's like a scene out of Pirates of the Caribbean.
The poor dwarves trying to play their music over the PA, screeching.
The a cappella band is just like given
John
up.
Cena.
Yeah, sure. Okay, John Cena plays. No, that plays when he wins. And as they both step into the ring, they look at one another, shake hands, and then step to the other side of the ring. And a human man who looks almost identical to like one who was called over by Tito, but you know, just ever so slightly different. You imagine probably like a relative or a twin, maybe, is serving as the announcer for this and introduces both of the contestants. The defending champion, Dorma Delmirev, to which the human man, Dorma...
Is he called
Dormammu,
Hugh
like,
Man?
Dorma will have come to bargain.
Is he called Hugh Man off of... what's the horse program on Netflix?
Hughes Manners.
No.
BoJack Horseman.
BoJack Horseman, yeah. Was it Human... Oh, I forgot his name. Anyone remember?
Human Centipede?
No. BoJack Horseman. The...
Yeah, I think.
I need to watch that show.
Yeah, I've never seen it either. I'm actually looking for the name of the other
You
guy.
just let Rob just to sit in the corner try and think of these references.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna do.
Scumbag.
Here we go. It's okay. I've remembered the name of the other guy, and by that I mean I looked through my notes for the name of the other guy. And they introduce the challenger, who is the representative of the Spectres, which are one of the main gangs. They control like the northern section of Rain's lower city. Gregory, you know them for being the gang that has the closest connection to the magistrate. Like if he wants something done, he'll do it through them rather than using brute force.
Okay.
And it's explained that he likely to also be participating in the tournament on behalf of the Spectres as part of their team.
Okay.
Which is actually the first reference you heard to the tournament being a team-based tournament.
Ooh.
And without further ado, the crowd goes absolutely dead silent as the match begins. And for a few seconds, not really that long considering they're supposed to be professional fighters, the two circle one another before engaging. And then all of a sudden, Gilgar Damaran, this huge blue dragonborn, just charges in and starts swinging. And for a while, they exchange blows. You can see the dragonborn physically vastly outmatches Dorma. But Dorma just seems to be a lot faster and a lot more skilled. He's dodging like a good 6 or 7 out of 10 attacks. Just seems to be ducking under it, getting a punch in every now and again. His form seems to be not so much like a martial artist as sort of a boxer, like a prize fighter. And you can see that as the fight goes on, what initially seemed to be Dorma being overwhelmed by his opponent's sheer strength seems to be more this war of attrition as Gilgar is slowly wearing himself out, just missing every single attack and occasionally taking like just flurries of very quick attacks from Dorma. And you can see he's getting more and more tired and more frustrated. And the match probably lasts a few minutes, just solidly them slugging each other, trying to get the upper hand, before eventually Gilgar his frustration seems to peak, and you see him jump back and inhale. And Torin, you would know as a Dragonborn, this is a sign that he's about to use his breath weapon, which you know is lightning breath.
Jesus Christ, why?
Yep. And he lets loose this huge torrent of lightning that flies towards the crowd. And then all of a sudden, Dorma just isn't there anymore. And the lightning breath seems to just be diverted off course, away from the crowd and towards the ceiling.
So he just straight up fucking killed a dude.
Gilgar certainly struck to try and kill that attack. And then the next thing you see, Dorma is stood over Gilgar, and Gilgar is just flat out on the ground, unconscious.
What?
And like there is just an almighty roar of people either angry that they almost died or excited that they just got saved by Dorma. People trying to claim their bets, people trying to sneak out or rush towards the door in order to try and avoid paying their wages.
I like how even in the D&D universe, people are still trying to fucking zip zoom out of paying their debts.
Oh yeah, this is a crime city, man. Let's not forget.
Yeah, guy did just fucking get evaporated.
Yep.
Sorry, forgot about that.
And both of the effeminate human men that you saw, one of them who took the thing and the one who was serving as the announcer, basically just grab Gilgar by one arm each and like drag him to the back room, like his unconscious body. and it probably takes like a solid few minutes for the crowds to die down. In the meantime, Rob, make a perception check.
Oh shit.
Don't fail, Rob, please.
12. Oh, that's bad.
No.
Yeah, you fell.
Ah,
You were just sort of caught up in the crowds, and then all of a sudden you notice there's something in your hand, and you look at it, and it's a note from A.
Oh, right. I was going to say, it's something in my hand. A guy
It's a
unzipped his
penis.
trousers and just placed it. No! What are you doing to my character? It's a note.
Right
Okay,
now,
can I read
we're
the note?
16 sessions in now. One of you's got to get laid.
Ooh. Well, the way that you said my story is going to go with that random NPC.
Oh yeah, no.
It's
He's been
coming.
giving you looks this.
He's still watching me.
Actually, no. He probably like ducked out because he was betting on Gilgar.
Okay.
But
I'm
you see
gonna
it's a note
hide
from-
away into the corner where no one's gonna notice me opening up the note.
okay, yeah.
I like the idea that it's like when they have a dunce cap and they're told to go sit in the corner. By yourself in the corner.
Fine, I will
He's just
stand.
like-
I'll stand here instead, not quite in the
just
corner.
slightly
Good.
out of the corner. Hang on, people's
And
character sheets are in there.
can I roll a perception check again to make sure no one's watching me while I open it?
Yeah, sure, I'll do that.
Cool. It's a 22 with a nat 20.
Oh yeah, so basically, like a couple of people, it's the idiot. A couple of people like glanced over you as you were sort of making your way across the room as you like nudged them out of the way, but people all just seem to be so excited by like the huge spectacle that's just happened. None of them are really bothered with the tiny person in the corner.
What did that say? Hero is what?
Here is
Here
the idiot.
is
or
the
something. So yeah, you are able. In fact, Alex, make a perception check because you'd be able to see him from where you are.
Yeah, give us a sec. Roll 15.
Okay, like you know that Milo's there, bothered. You don't think he's acting weirdly or anything. So yeah, you are able to read the note without any issues, Milo, and basically it says something to the words to the effect of Icarus's Dive, and then it seems to give detailed instructions from the bar that you're currently at to get there. And you imagine it probably is about 20 minutes walk, maybe. And it just says, "Come tonight alone," and "alone" is double underlined.
Oh, I wish I rolled that nat 20 on trying to sneak the hell out of there.
Yeah. You look around, and A is just completely gone. She's just not there. You have no idea what's happened. Like, she must have snuck away.
Would an investigation check do anything?
Investigations for more trying search for objects or find clues, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Depends what you're trying to do with it.
Yeah. Okay, no, it's probably nothing of use because I doubt she's left a trail of any kind.
No, if you were going to track her as well, that would be a survival check than investigation.
Okay.
Interesting.
In that case, wow, that's bad. Okay.
Also, she's a rogue, very good at sneaking.
So what did it say? Icarus is
Icarus is Dive.
Icarus's Dive. Okay, come tonight alone.
That name seems familiar to you.
Icarus. It rings a bell. I'm not seeing
If you want,
Icarus
you could
on
make
my notes. What, a knowledge check or whatever it is.
intelligence, I'd
Intelligence.
say, just to see how well you remember, because this might be something Milo is better than Rob, because it's been a long time.
Intelligence. What is that? Investigation. What? Where is it? I'm looking in the wrong place.
Just intel. It's just on your main sheet. got a modifier for intelligence. It's not the save, just the mod.
Oh, right. 0, roll 20.
So it's +0 for you.
20. There you go.
Total 5.
Fantastic.
Maybe you've heard something about an old story about a guy called Icarus. You think he got some magic trainers and he liked to jump, like some magic shoes. And then one time he jumped too high and he hit his head off.
Half a light.
Pretty sure that's the story.
Be a second.
You've definitely never heard of Icarus's Dive before. No one's ever told you to go there before.
Mm.
Like, you would remember if that happened. If you got a note that burst into flames and told you to go there.
Wait, did the note burst into flames as well, or is it just still a bit of paper?
No, that was a different note. You don't remember.
I don't remember that note. Fantastic.
Nope.
And neither does your character. Even though he totally would.
He got a 5 on intelligence. He didn't know his name right now.
Wait, so are these doors like here around the edges? Are those above or below the platform? Well, on the
They're
platform
like
or
on
below?
the balcony. They seem to be like rooms because this is an inn,
Oh,
technically.
of course, yeah. Oh, so there's only one entrance. Okay.
Yeah, there's only one entrance. There's like a back way where you've seen them leading like people for the fights, which is about here. And there's another one where people have been going into the fights here next to the
Okay, so neither of them are likely to be exits then.
Probably not like directly outside. No.
Okay. And of course, if I try and go to this one, then Torin's going to see me.
Well, Torin already knows that you're there.
Oh,
like,
he knows that I'm there. Oh,
but
actually,
he hasn't really taken notice of you and like seen you doing anything.
right, I'm
vicious.
going to roll a stealth.
Okay.
11.
11. You just like try and waltz over to the door.
Yeah.
And you you accidentally just bump into a whole crowd of people and drinks just get spilled all over you.
Great.
And the guy who was gonna audition you is like, "Oh no, it's fine. He's with me. Everyone, there's no need to beat him up."
Christ, if this was 11, imagine if you just got 1. You would have fucking blown up this pub trying to get out.
Shall I make
You probably made it over to like the bar.
Okay,
but, like,
as of
what's up? Perception check.
Should I? Being obviously this is kind of going on, it would cause.
Make an insight check if you're trying to see if he's being weird about it. Like, you can obviously where he is, but it'd be in
19.
See if Rob.
hello.
Yeah, there is
Hello,
something
here.
a bit weird about the way he's acting. Like, maybe he's trying to run out on a bet. Maybe that idiot bet against Delmirev.
I would actually think that. Like, Torin, that idiot really tried to bounce on his bet.
That's
And
exactly
then
what
all
I'm
he hears from across the room is justice as I pay your bets.
Divine smite, you tear him apart.
I don't do that, buddy. Just
Okay.
Thanks.
I'm not
No.
going to do something
Justice
harder.
has been restored as everyone else freeze.
Everyone else is literally shitting themselves after seeing a paladin cleave a man in 2.
That's basically how paladins work. And it's probably like another 10 or 15 minutes before the crowd calms down a bit. And if you want, Milo, you can make a stealth check to try and leave now. But but in the meantime, Aunt Milga, the dwarven bartender, starts speaking up in her Danny DeVito voice and goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, my Magnum Dwarf has another wonderful surprise for you." Today we will have not one but two fights with Delmirevs. Step right up. In about 5 minutes, there will be a fight between Tito Delmirev and what was his name? Torin. How do you say that? Torin Curly Whirly.
It's Carlos!
That's what I said. Torin Curly Whirly. And Tito stood next to you, just increases that they call you Torin Curly Whirly.
I get Torin's attention and just I don't know, bang some cups together or something like that.
I
And
know.
just point at him and go,
Okay, yeah.
I've got an invisibility cloak over me. I'm just gonna go, ha!
It's like I instantly know who said that, and it's just you're going. All he knows. He just sees my death stare.
I can't see anything under this.
No, you poked holes in it.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So
Sorry.
you can see
You
the death
see
stare.
everything. It's actually a cloak of perception.
Is that because he has special eyes?
His special eyes.
Yeah. Okay, hang on.
Oh, Rob's left. I was about
No,
to ask
I'm
him
left,
what
I'm
he was
just
just
getting
trying to do. But
Food's here.
He leaves.
oh, so
it's
he's the
about
one
as-
carrying this shit.
Office as I can get, Dad.
Oh dear, I'm sorry, Rob. Okay, well maybe if we can.
Tell your dad we say hi.
No, it's fine, don't worry.
Well,
Rob, tell your dad we say hi.
Dad, Logan says hi.
Tell him about the Magnum Dong.
No.
Oh,
If you won't tell him about the Magnum Dong.
I will.
Kind of disappointed.
I feel more and more like Alinity because I'm eating on stream and just chatting shit
Yeah.
about things and trying to get people kind of interact.
Yeah, like, you know, you did ban me from chat as well. I just want to put that out. Also, while I'm here on
Isn't
your
it the
stream.
same one who went, can we copy?
God damn it, Moobot!
What did Moobot do? I can't see anymore.
Delete me again.
Geezer. Right, I'm going to roll another stealth. I want to get a little closer to the exit.
Yeah, so what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to... Actually, you know what? I'm going to stay around for the fight, Torin's fight.
Okay.
But straight after that, I'm going to make it disappear for it.
So you're just gonna like hover. I'd say like with the excitement in the people like bustle towards the bar and the door that you're able to just slip in amongst it. Torin's too distracted by the fact he was called Curly Willy to really, you know, notice you at all.
Can I, in anger, smack my hand against the railing?
She'll make a strength check.
That's a saving roll. No, I can use that as a safe thing.
Is that? I'm sure you will have
Strength
proficiency in your saving throws for strength.
I get a
No, it's.
Remember, mine's charisma and wisdom, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, so you just get 12. I was going to say if you rolled high enough, you smack. But
Oh,
I don't think like you accidentally like lose control and just straight up fall into the crowd. You probably just like leave a massive like I want to say dent, but more like just entirely crumbled section of the railing.
Does it just like splinter away?
Yeah, it just like caves in a little bit. In the meantime, Tito is just sort of like casually walking and humming to herself. She's unwrapping this long sword as she walks towards the arena.
I suppose I should probably do the same.
Yeah, she's just sort of hanging out outside of the arena while it turns out there are actually 3 lady boys.
Oh hell
or,
yeah! This is
you
a
know.
game of D&D.
boys called ladies, and they are they are now making some adjustments to the arena, just sort of like dragging benches out, and it just seems like these first task rules are very like clean fight quiet, no interferences, unarmed. It seems like second task rules are a little bit more free for all. Have you walked down as well?
Yeah, I've walked down and I've stood next to it and I'm like, what is going on? Why are there benches in the middle of the fight at the arena?
You're not from around here, huh? Okay.
I'm from a very far away place.
Explains the silver scales. Cool. I am going to explain to you very quickly what the second task is. It's for the invitational tournament that's next week. Basically, there are 3 tasks. The first task is no magic allowed, and you're only allowed to use weapons and equipment that you got during the fight. So people from the crowd can buy you weapons, or you can find them around the place, or, like my brother, you can just be really, really good at punching stuff.
Can you use people as weapons?
I would obviously use a person as a weapon.
Hulk smash!
She seems really entertained by that. Yeah, go for it, man. She says
Anyway.
the second task is a little bit more loose with the. You're not allowed to use any magic equipment like magic weapons or armor, but you are allowed to use magic spells as long as they don't affect your opponent's mind. Like, you can't mind control someone into surrendering like that.
Sorry. Just got a bit angry about that.
Okay. Basically, she's for a moment distracted by this strange ghost cosplay man screaming under his, in the corner. Basically, the rules are either determined as the victor is the last man standing, either because everyone else is unable to continue fighting because they're, incapacitated or dead, or they're all knocked out of the ring, which is a lot easier to do in this ring than it is in the actual Colosseum, because that place is huge.
Oh, nice.
And I'd say, like, you're having this conversation while they're setting up the ring and people are placing their bets. You're getting about, like, 1 to 10 odds that if you win, they'll pay out, Torin. Like, no one is expecting you to beat Delmirev. And there are some people, brave enough to
Take
bet
the
on
bet.
you, though.
I look at it and say,
I'm going to put
that
the silver
seems-
piece into bet.
I just look at that and says, I know I'm in a stranger. That's a bit stingy.
Can
You
I bet?
clearly don't know many Delmirevs.
Can I bet 1 silver piece on whoever Torin's against?
Yeah, you can bet 1 on Tito Delmirevs. You won't get anything back if... Well, you'll get 1 copper piece back if she wins. Basically, it's,
So it's a lose.
for every... you get 1/10 back if you win on betting her.
Oh.
Like,
But if you
and
bet
your
me,
bet, you'll get 1/10 profit.
What if
Whereas
I bet,
if you bet on Torin, you get 10 times profit. That's the, allure of it.
I'm going to bet on Torin.
Okay, cool. You're betting 1 silver piece on Torin?
Hang on. How much gold do I have?
You have
I
a
think
lot.
quite a lot. Yeah.
Um,
Like 1 silver piece is like normal people money. You're above such things.
Yeah, we're rich.
I'm going to bet 100 gold pieces.
Oh my god. Okay.
No,
Put
50,
this,
50,
like-
50 gold pieces.
Okay, sure. You like take out a whole purse and just slam it on the bar, and everyone goes silent. And like the bartender walks up, grabs one of the gold pieces, bites it to check it's real, puts it back in the bag, and just sort of like makes a note and puts it underneath the bar. And like, right, I'm gonna have to pay a hell of a lot of money if he wins. And then, like, she's trying to desperately drum up business now for people to bet so that she can make this money back.
You know what? I'll join Rob.
Yeah!
Yeah.
But he's
I
not
wish I
betting
didn't do
anyway.
50, but why the hell not?
90 gold pieces.
Oh my
Let's
goodness.
go.
Oh my god. Sure, and people like at this point, like, people are, who is this mysterious disguised rich man? Perhaps he's one of the magistrate's nobles.
As I walk up, can I go, "Woo!"
I'm a wealthy ghost.
Anyone try to take my fucking hood off, I'll fucking stab you.
You seem to have gained the nickname of the mysterious noble amongst the patrons today. They seem to think you're treating it as sort of like a masquerade ball, where like hiding your identity is part of the fun of it.
I just told her die.
They don't realize who you are.
Not yet, they
God.
don't.
And I'd say with all of your bets placed, unless there's anything else you want to do, we can
Can
start
Torin bet on,
the
bet on himself?
fight. Contestants
I'm
can't
not
bet.
Oh.
But yeah, you're both introduced, Tito Delmirev and Torin Curly Whirly.
I shout my actual name like at the top of my voice again.
How's that pronounced?
Tito shouts, "Go Curly Whirly!"
Curlon, I think. Curlon, I think. That's like that, wasn't it?
I don't even know how to pronounce it. I always thought it
We
was
did.
Doesn't even know his own name.
The first time
Kahilian.
I said it.
I thought it was something like that.
I can't remember. It's one of the letters is.
Kahilon.
I think the Y is like silent. You don't say it.
Okay, so it could be Curlon.
Curlon.
At the end of the day, it's your character, so you
Yeah.
say how it's said.
I think it's pretty certain.
It's
like,
Curlon. Okay,
Curlon, yeah.
cool. Touring Curly Whirly. And the crowd is all. So there's actually a legitimate chant of Curly Whirly, Curly Whirly. Because people are hoping that you win an amazing amount of money for you. You think you hear Gregory's voice leading the chant, but like you can't be 100% sure, but you just have this feeling.
Does my Twitch appears again? The same Twitch.
And so
it's
basically the way this is going to work is because it's a one-on-one fight, rather than using like standard rules of action, bonus action, movement, you can easily get pretty much anywhere in the arena on your turn just because you have enough movement. And what I'm going to say is you can make your attack actions as normal, but if there's anything else you want to do, see, like, I don't know, tripping your opponent or grappling them, or like throwing them through a table or something cool like that, you'll still have to make a check, but it won't like take the place of your attack or anything, because otherwise fights will just like devolve into you boringly slowly, like I roll 2 attacks, you roll 2 attacks, I roll 2 attacks, you roll 2 attacks until one of you falls.
Yeah, I get you.
So roll initiative.
There we go.
I need to bring up Tito's character sheet to see what her initiative is. Surprisingly not amazing. Oh, she
Command
rolled really well, though.
That's right. It's just 1d20 plus 1, I guess. Right?
Sounds about right. You're not a super dexterity-based character. So,
I got a 17.
cool. In that case, she goes first, because she got 21.
Damn.
She has +2 and rolled a 19.
I think this is unfair. You're using actual dice where you bad rolls.
Technically, it's more fair the way we're doing it with
I get
light,
good rolls in this, so please.
with splitting beams of light. It's
Do
more
you
fair our
not
way.
want to make lots of money?
Yeah. Do you not
No, I mean,
want me to win?
No, I mean it's more fair the way Alex is doing it with light.
I mean, I guess. But it takes me a long time to type out chat command. I'm still going this way.
Oh, do you actually have
Unless
to do that?
there's maths that I can't do.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you can't
Plus
show
4.
it. Like,
That's
if he uses the
difficult.
dice roller, it doesn't work properly for him. It shows up for us as well.
Yeah.
Even though
Also, it's more fun because now I can roll.
What?
Meaning that I don't have to announce every thing that you guys aren't aware of. I can just roll something and you can hear it. which is fun. I like being able to do that. So Tito goes first, and on her first round, really wish I had battle music or something. On her first round, see, I had like Fleetwood Mac in my head, but sure, we'll go with Pirates of the Caribbean.
Which Fleetwood Mac song did you have in your head?
Everybody finds out. So I was listening to it in the car earlier.
The first
but-
thing that came to mind was Chains, and that
yeah,
doesn't
the
fit.
chain is great. Bit of Guardians of the Galaxy 2 there for you. I watched that again. The great movie.
I still haven't seen the new Deadpool.
Me and Matt are gonna go see it on.
Here you go. I got the song.
Can I go?
So
Join
it's
it.
gonna
Join
come through terribly.
I need
Oh,
some
sweet.
friends.
Okay.
Go on. Are we
It's gonna
starting?
be meme. Yeah, sure. So she goes first and attacking.
Oh, that's very loud.
Yeah.
That's Final Fantasy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Cool. Yeah. So instead of attacking you, she moves to about here and then seems to stop and like she basically does the Dark Souls thing where like she runs her hand around along the blade and seems to chant something under her breath. And lightning crackles along her longsword, which it seems similar to one else, but like not quite the same. This is clearly not divine magic like yours is.
Nice.
I've got
Okay.
some fight music.
Is that all she stops? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the end of her turn because it takes her a while to do that. I wish for the sweet embrace of death. I'm gonna mute Matt.
I was going to try and move him out the chat, but I'm not modded. Mm.
God damn it.
Anyways,
Okay, so yeah, it's now your turn, Alex.
so I start by using. Where is it? Where's my spell?
Oh, shit, I should have moved one space further. Oh well, fine.
Um,
Too late now.
This one? No, not that one. It is. Where the fuck is it? Oh, Shield of Faith.
Okay, yeah, that's a smart move.
I use it, which grants me an extra +2 bonus to AC for the duration, which is 10 minutes.
I believe that gives you an AC of 22.
22, yes. So, I mean,
All right,
she's probably going to
cool.
have higher taxes, so I'm making sure it's less effective.
Yeah, not bad.
and obviously, am I still able to move up?
Yeah, you can move up to your movement wherever you want.
But I can't attack this turn as I. Oh no, because it's a bonus, so I can still attack.
Yeah,
So I
you
move
can
up.
still attack.
I move up to in range to attack with my two-handed sword.
Cool.
And,
Roll an attack then.
yeah,
So that should be on your weapons tab.
I rolled a 20 for the attack itself.
Yep, cool. That hits.
That's 9
you roll-
slashing damage.
Yep.
And then that one. Wow.
That does in fact hit her armor class of 15.
Ooh. It's pretty high, but as
yeah.
long as I roll 8, is it 8?
I don't know what
Yes.
your bonus is. It's probably +7, I'm guessing.
It's a +7 with my
Yeah.
sword, yeah. So as long as I roll 8 or above, I should hit every time.
All right, cool. Just doing some maths here. So are you rolling lethal or non-lethal damage? Question this.
This is just a duel more than anything, rather than
Yeah,
so it's gonna be
more of
gonna
an
be
exhibition
non-lethal.
match.
Yeah, non-lethal. I'm not
Okay,
trying to
so
kill her.
it's more like you're hitting her with the flat of your blade, or not aiming for like anywhere that's going to bleed a massive amount,
I
stuff
mean,
like
you
that.
Yeah, I'm not trying to kill the girl, obviously.
Yeah.
This is a one-on-one duel like tournament. I'm not trying to kill a person.
But
Yeah.
what do you say would happen if he
Right.
killed her by mistake?
I'm pretty certain I'll be vilified.
By the way, the minute you land first blood, the crowd like is ecstatic about it, and I need to make a concentration check to see if she keeps her spell up, which she does because she only needs to beat half the damage. So her spell on her sword doesn't drop, but yeah, the crowd like goes wild when you get first blood. Like, they were not expecting Delmirev to take the first hit. And Tito is just like grinning. She's really excited that she found someone for her, or she
Don't
hoped
worry,
match
don't
for
worry.
her.
I am also excited. There is a
Alright, cool.
there is a hint in my eye of, am I in love? A woman who wishes to fight as well.
Sweet. So for her turn, she's going to jump up on top of this bench here, and then
Close hanger.
make her. Well, she's going to make her first attack. That's her movement to move up on top of the bench. She gets 2 attacks, and that is a natural 20.
You know, Portugal and that.
She's using both hands for this attack. It's 8 slashing damage. Doubled is 16 damage. Damn.
God damn.
I rolled good on that. And also, her lightning damage is also mega high. It is an additional 7 lightning damage.
16 plus 7. Come on.
The reason I'm splitting it up, that's fucking 23. Can't be right. Actually, that sounds about right. That's 23 points of damage immediately. God damn, natural 20s. It's like she jumps up on top and literally just like runs you through the shoulder with this sword.
So I take a lot of damage in that first hit of 15. I went from 38, my max of 38 to 15 instantly.
Oh my god.
And from that, the pure power in the hit just sends me wild in Wanderlust.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, the pain. It hurts. But
You
it
found
still
another
hurts.
challenge.
Yeah. And my eyes just light up. And again, I just turn towards it and I again strike down. I'm hoping to try and roll. Come on. A 19. That's a 19 to hit.
Yes.
This time,
Yeah,
I
you
add
hit it.
onto it my ability, which I can do on attack.
Divine Smite, isn't it?
I don't think that's the one I got prepared.
You always have it. It's a paladin thing. You have
Oh, yeah.
Divine Smite, which
Yeah,
is the
that's right.
always prepared one. I think Thunderous Smite is your
Thunderous-
knockback.
The Thunderous
ability.
one is the one I've got currently on. Yes, that's so 1 second.
You have to declare that before you attack. Is
Oh.
Thunderous Smite.
Okay, so
Um,
Divine Smite I can do just anyway, can't I?
Yeah, if you hit it,
If I
you
hit,
can
that's
declare Divine Smite. And
So
that's
Divine-
for each. Well, it'll say on your abilities. I
Okay,
think
so
it's it.
starting at
class?
level 2 when- yeah, I've got it here. So Divine Smite, starting at level 2, when you hit a creature with a melee, spend 1 paladin spell slot to deal radiant damage to the target. In addition to the weapon's damage, the extra damage is 2d8 for the first level slot.
Shit.
Spell level slot plus 1d8 for each spell level higher than first to a maximum of 5. I'm pretty certain I've still only got level 1 spells, right? I do.
That sounds about right because you're a hybrid cast
So
class.
I've got to add the. How many d8 was it again? Was it 2? Yes.
2d8, yeah.
So let me just pull my finger.
So you like pull the sword out of you, step to the side, and just swing down this mighty blow of your greatsword as it bursts with divine light.
So I do 27 damage.
Holy shit. Plus 27 damage. Oh my god.
27 damage, yes, that is correct.
Yeah. She like the bench collapses beneath her. She's just like lying sprawled on the floor. Like she's on less than 5 HP now.
Oh! Damn, I gotta make sure she doesn't hit me. You guys will love me right now, trust me.
Mm-hmm. Just need to quickly see what she needs to roll in order to keep her which she fails her concentration check, and the spell on her sword drops, and the crowd just goes silent.
I can still do a bonus, right? Which can include because obviously she's now on the floor.
Yeah.
A kick.
Sure, you can just make a strength check.
You're gonna kick her.
Damn right, I'm gonna kick it. This is a fight, boy.
Okay.
Make sure.
23. Just check.
Yeah, okay, you hit her with that.
Right.
I'd say you, for just like an unskilled kick, like you're not a monk or anything martial artist, so just do like a D4 halved.
D4
Halved.
halved. Okay.
Alright, so you do an additional 2 damage. She is like barely clinging to consciousness.
Right.
The spell on her sword just
I'm
fizzles.
just there. But after I just smited her down and booted her, I'm just like massive smile, laughing manically as I realise how fun this is.
Damn, I'm really regretting
Shit,
not sticking with 100 gold now.
She's like, holy shit. Oh my
she's
God.
She's the.
Yeah, she like just sort of scrambles to her feet, making sure to stay within melee range so you don't get a free attack and just instantly kill her. And what could she? Yeah, she's going to cast her version of Shield of Faith as well, which is that's going to be her bonus action, or her extra thing. And then she's just going to have to make a normal attack without her lightning damage. And hope for the best, which she misses a total of 7 to hit.
So it's
total of 7 to hit you, which does not hit your armor, so 22.
Yeah.
I should have made you made a concentration check, but Shield of Faith, she wouldn't have hit you. So like you just like parry this desperate blow. She does get a second attack because she's at above 5, which is a not good enough. That's a 17 to hit. Which again, you just parry to the side. She's just like realizes how fucked she is.
Again, I go for the finishing blow with an attack of a 15. It's
miss.
not enough. It misses.
Her armor
Oh my
class was
God.
15. She increased it to 7.
17.
Hey.
Oh no! I would have hit her if she didn't put it up. That's
Yeah. She like desperately like this magic seems to ward it away from what would have been like an actual finishing blow, like just straight down the neck with the flat of the blade just crumpling her instantly if it had hit her. I wouldn't have even had you roll damage.
I would have hit her because she's on 2 health. The minimum I can roll is a 7.
Yeah. She's on 1 health, actually. Just gonna put that out there.
Oh, okay. So yeah, literally, if I just hit her, it's over.
Flicker.
Yeah. So you do still have your bonus action.
I go in for a headbutt.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna say make another, which is basically like an unskilled attack roll for you, just to see if you hit her with this.
Unskill attack, yeah?
Yeah. So it's just a
20, yeah?
strength. It's just a
Okay.
strength check.
A strength check
Basically.
again?
Yeah.
10 this time.
Yeah, so like she sees it coming and like jumps back, and then she spins a sword in her hands, like, all right, fine, that's how you want to do it. Now it's my turn, and she's gonna make her to at you, which is a 20. Which your armor class is 22 now.
Oh, yeah, it's 22.
Jesus Christ, man!
Full plate.
I'm gonna put this out there. She has to roll a 17. No, hang on. She has +7 to attack.
It's 14.
Yeah, she has to roll a 14. Or she rolled a 14. Okay, cool. She gets 22. In that
nice.
case, sorry, my maths was wrong. I thought it was +5.
Wait.
to attack.
So
No,
what she got?
+7.
7. She's got 14, yeah?
She's got
That-
+7 to attack. Like you
Yeah,
do.
but she rolled a 14. That's
Yeah.
21.
Oh, she does not hit you then.
It's a 15.
Yep. So she needs to roll a 15 in order to hit you. Just see her next roll, which is a 60. So she's
It's
going to
fine.
do her
It's another hit.
8 plus. 11 damage to you, which also does not take you out of the fight. Just like a pure normal strike. like slashes underneath your bit where the arm is thinner. There's like a brief gush of blood, and then it's just immediately stopped as you tense your muscles.
She's trying to kill me here.
Trying to disable you. She realizes how much of a threat you are. She's not taking it easy.
All right.
And for a bonus action, she is going to just try and shove you over this bench behind you. She's gonna
Wait, I'm not behind a bench.
move here, and she's
okay.
gonna shove you over this one, just to try and knock you prone, hopefully out of it. It's gonna be, I'd say, dexterity save.
Ooh, this is the one I'm not going to roll well on. I get a 13.
Get a 15. Oh, okay, I was going to say get a 15 or better. In that case, you will fall over the table, and you are now prone on the edge of the ring, but she can't really push you any further away or do anything else her turn. So it's now your turn.
So basically, I am in range. I just go back over to take another swing.
Yep, sure. You step over it, and like you hear the table crunch underneath your weight, and you take another string. Make an attack roll. You need to be at 17 to hit her.
20.
Yep, she's down.
I just walk. I just like bench beneath me, and I just swing a great sword over myself. Just like bring it down.
You just slam down with the pommel of her head, and she just bricks.
Yeah.
And there is just stunned silence.
And I just stand there in awe, breathing at the top of my lungs. I am the hype. No, I just
The crowd roars. They don't understand what the hype is, but they start screaming, "The hype! The hype! The hype!" They think it's your new name. You hear a chant. Gregory starts a chant of no, in fact, Chi starts a chant of "Curly Whirly is the hype."
I just look over to her direction and lunge my great sword towards her.
She hides.
No doubt.
It's gonna be a. And she does not hide successfully. She rolled 2. I'm not rolling well today. Just out of interest, how much health were you at the end
4.
of that? All right, that was pretty close.
It was. It wouldn't have been. It would have been. It wouldn't have been as bad if I didn't miss that third attack.
Yeah, it's like putting Shield of Faith on saved her there.
It literally did. Oh man, I'm just like in awe. She's unconscious.
Yeah, she's not dead.
I just lift her above. I just lift her like in terms of like a like sportsmanship. So I'm just like,
okay,
because she fought well and I really enjoyed the fight. And I'm just like
you help her to her feet. She's just sort of like swaying, dazed. She's still got like this goofy grin, like you've knocked a tooth loose.
I got a grin on my face as well. I am happy as hell.
All right, yeah. There is again a swarm of people towards the door and a swarm of people towards the bar. The dwarven bartender's looking like she wants to run away.
I'm just like, I just look towards the bar, and I'm just like, the drinks are on the halfling. Massive.
Meanwhile, the ghost man who won 900 gold.
Wait, how much did you bet?
You put 90 on. You put 90, and it was
90.
10 to 1 odds.
Yep.
So you got 500.
I got 500.
You got 900.
Sick.
So I said you guys are paying.
They take you up on that. Each of you drop 50 gold as just like people swarm to the bar and like order the most expensive drinks they can. Like the spirits are flowing freely tonight. There are fantasy cocktails you've never even.
I then turn around and say, for the rest of the night, the ghost pays for everyone.
Meanwhile,
Let's get another cheer of
Give me
Phantom Noble,
fuck out of here.
Phantom Noble. You haven't gone and
Yeah,
collected
I
your
just-
winnings yet.
well,
So
since
you
I'm
got
right
the
next to the
choice.
bar, I may as well
As
real
you-
quick and dart out.
Okay. So you're not collecting your winnings then? You're
Oh
just.
no, I'm collecting my winnings. I just add it to my
Yeah.
thing.
So you're
But
being
then-
Hey, I need to
forfeited.
collect my winnings as well.
What winnings? You're about to lose them all because I just told everyone that you'll pay for their drinks
Hey,
for the rest of the night.
right?
Are you going to
Can
challenge me?
I genuinely just pelt it out of here? Genuinely.
Shit. I'll say like both of you have lost about 50 from every like buying the most expensive drinks they can, but there's only so much a person can drink.
Okay.
You've just like
Okay.
basically got a lifetime supply of booze that you've won.
Oh, can you close the door, please?
So yeah, Milo, you can
How
make
much
a
gold do I need to take away then?
Well, add 850 because you won 900 and you lost 50 from that.
So, God, I'm so shit at maths. Jesus Christ. I haven't had to add, or I haven't had to do anything in fucking years to do with maths.
And Milo, you add 450.
Yeah, I've already done it.
Wait,
Okay.
did you tell me to add
Hey,
850?
fine. Yeah,
Tell me-
850.
Okay.
So how much are you going to give me of that then, Rob?
Yeah, considering
What?
he did all the work.
Yeah. It's like I'd ask Matt, but he wouldn't give me a cent.
I'll give you 4 gold pieces.
I look, it's like you're really going to get the guy who just won you so much money.
10 gold
4
pieces?
Keep going.
50
Do I
gold
need to start
pieces.
beginning to punt you?
No,
I will let you have.
100.
I feel very
I will let you
paladin-y.
Here,
A
this is-
100.
Extortion.
Yeah, I was gonna
Shut
say.
Shut up, both of you. I'll let you have 10% of your share.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So-
You stake the money and everything.
So can I buy the most expensive / most toxic alcohol in there? So I down it, go unconscious, and then Alex has to carry me all the way back to our dungeon.
So I'm not carrying you. I'm carrying the girl right now.
Sure, hang on just one
No,
second.
you have to carry me as well.
I'm not carrying
One
you.
on each
All right,
shoulder.
Rob, you're carrying me then.
What?
I'm
No,
just gonna,
I'm out of here.
I think you forget
Yeah,
for a second,
You get back here, Rob. You bastard.
Matt. I think you're forgetting how much our characters actually hate each other.
Were you rolling dice on this?
Yeah,
Nothing.
Oh dear.
Nothing.
I just downed sewage water.
Yeah. You, this drink costs you about 20 gold, and it's called Nocturne's Embrace. And literally, like, the moment it touches your lips, you feel like your whole body is on fire.
Fuck
It's
yeah,
so-
let's go. Let's go, boys. How much is
You
it?
just start. It's 20 gold.
Oh,
Fuck
Mum,
it,
these
yeah. let's
She
go.
just, like, lines up
fruit was for a smoothie.
for you for 20 gold.
It doesn't matter.
Right, let's fucking do it. go.
Sure. You get about 1.5 in, pass out. In fact, make a constitution saving throw.
What does that need to be then?
It's on your core stats page.
Okay, cool stats.
There's a save mod by constitution.
Yeah, so I get a +1 modifier.
Cool, let's do this, homie.
Is it D20 or is it lower?
D20 plus 1, yeah.
Hell yeah, let's watch this go into a fucking abyss. Skadoosh. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Probably
Still not
take
gonna be
about 3 shots, and then, man, the room is swimming. Like, was there always this many people? You're gone. You pass out.
Dead.
For a moment, like, there's a group of people who want to discover the identity of the Phantom Noble, and there's another group of people who are trying to guard his identity. It's like a fight.
I still got a civil war in the
Your
underground.
unconscious body.
Can I drag him out
I'm like
the?
the Messiah
Can I drag
down
him into
here,
the
aren't
entrance
I?
there?
No, you are not the Messiah. You're a very naughty boy.
Can I drag him through the door that was there? You said.
Can I shit
Um,
myself as well, Logan? What do I need to
Sure,
throw to
you
make sure I
should.
don't shit myself?
That'd be another constitution.
Please roll load of so he does.
Skadoosh.
Damn it.
Oh,
Oh, yes!
Oh yeah, no. You soiled yourself.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
You also vomit in the cape,
oh,
Yes.
in the
Who's
blanket.
carrying me home then, boys?
definitely not me. You know that.
Can I pay the bartender to do it?
Sure. She takes one look at him and says, "She'll."
What-
Would
what'd
you
say,
get the
sorry?
feeling? She takes one look at Gregory and says she'll carry him out for 20 gold, which sounds like a hell of a lot of money to carry to the bar. But you know, you're flush. You can afford it.
That's okay. This money's coming out of Gregory's pocket. though.
No, no, no! Leave my gold alone.
He's unconscious. He can't disagree.
Yeah.
She just
Bullshit.
reaches into Gregory's pocket, takes out 20 of her gold, and just literally picks you up, like carries you like a baby. Bear in mind, she's a dwarf, so like your head is dragging along the ground and just throws you out the front door.
Can I shit myself again, please?
Sure.
Let's go.
Gregory is difficulty.
It's getting even worse. And this is the point we never judged. Is 20 like the best shit in the world? Like, and is like 3 the worst?
It's a funny one.
Yeah, this one, like, so you sort of ran out of fuel after the first one, so this one's just sort of like the dregs.
Oh,
So
God.
it's not fully formed. There's probably some disease or from your unsavory lifestyle.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
Well, no,
And,
activity drinks.
The unconscious Phantom Noble has been ejected from the premises. People will be telling this story for years to come of how Curly Whirly the Hype defeated a Delmirev.
God damn it.
And like during this time, Tito sort of finds her feet again. She's still on 1p, but like she's conscious enough that she can move around and stuff as normal now. Dorma is just laughing at her.
So where is Dorma? Is Dorma like okay?
Dorma is, he's basically just like been watching you from the contestants' doorway. He like waves you over to come speak to him.
I help her over to her. I
Yeah,
don't think she can do it.
yeah, she goes over with you as. And,
Oh, Dave's in the chat.
let's
All right,
just
Dave.
let's just say, like that's how this scene ends. Rob, what is it you're doing?
Oh,
Carry me.
darting. Get out of here.
You're bolting, sure.
Yeah.
Torin has left the room anyway. You don't need, but you are gonna start basically making the Icarus Dive. Then,
Yep.
are you? Cool. You step over Gregory's unconscious body, still just lying there on the street. There are some passers-by who just sort of like eye him
Can I
suspiciously,
throw up
and
on
then
the shoes, please?
just make an intelligence check to see
See if he's
presence.
like, even though he's unconscious, he has the ability to. know.
Yeah,
Vomit on demand while he's
yeah.
unconscious.
Just okay, so it's D20 plus 3.
Logan, I take it we're out of room to add any more people to D&D once we start our new sessions.
7.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
basically.
Sorry, Dave. Can't add you. We're adding like 3 more people, aren't we? 4? I can't remember.
I
Isn't it?
don't really want to DM for 6
Yeah,
people.
yeah, that's what I was
because
asking. Yeah.
when it comes to combat, it'll just become like
Absolute hair
half
rape.
an hour between everyone getting to have a turn. You'll just like have a turn, it'll last 10 minutes, and then you have to wait half an hour until you play again, is my issue with having too many players. Also, it's a lot of things. But, such is life.
Yeah.
You got a 7 to put on Milo's shoes. Milo, about like 20 seconds after you walk past him, you hear like a retch as he fails to throw up.
I'll do it again, goddammit. I'll do it
He's
again.
like,
I'm long
Milo is
gone.
down the street.
Yeah.
He's way gone from you.
No.
People are now just giving
Check
you
it
a
again.
wide berth.
Yes. 17, that's good enough. Please. Please.
You like stand up, stagger up to some random halfling and punch you in the stomach.
I just realised if I'm wearing this cloak, that means I've just been throwing up on myself.
Yeah, you have.
Oh no, I thought you cut a mouth hole in it, but no, sure.
No, he
You
didn't.
haven't
It's
thrown
all-
up
it's
on
all
anyone.
because-
He
man.
cut open he cut a pee-pee hole and some eye holes, but that was about it.
Oh, that's horrible.
You disgust me.
Oh no. Gregory will never be clean again. He's going to take a permanent minus for this.
God damn it.
No, I'm not that cruel. But, you know, the legend of the Phantom Noble will live on as Gregory, like, probably stumbles away in embarrassment as he realizes he's
No
not actually...
embarrassment. A victory.
This is a victory. He staggers away, like, quietly trying to cheer for himself.
Did it.
And noble.
Skadoosh.
Yeah. And Torin and Chi, you are both sort of backstage. It's sort of like a medieval locker room, basically. As there are facilities for cleaning yourselves up. It's just like taps and stuff. It seems one of the men called Lady is able to use some sort of limited healing magic and sort of like just patches up your cuts and bruises and stuff. He doesn't actually increase your HP at all. But you know, it makes you look more presentable. Makes you feel a bit better about all of the damage you both just took, both you and Tito. Dorma is much like Tito. He also battle junkie. Like he's just sort of laughing and congratulating you. He slaps you on the shoulder, which he like almost has to jump in order to do because you're so much bigger than him. And then Tito says that you have a letter of introduction from Balasar, which sort of now you're in the back. Lady sort of like picks up on the idea pretty quick and just like leaves you guys in privacy, and you're able to talk freely now.
So I'm just like I say, yes, and I present the letter to the guy I can't remember.
Dorma?
Dorma, yeah, to Dorma. I say, this, yes, Balazar, he sent us here with a letter of introduction. I'll hand it over to him to read.
Okay, yeah. So he sees it and he immediately recognizes the Delmirev seal, and unlike Tito, he also recognizes the Brazara seal, which is on it as well. Just because he's a little bit more knowledgeable. And he opens up the letter, which I don't feel like reading out, so I'm just going to make it visible to all of you guys.
Read it out.
Husband, let's, there we go. Show to everyone.
Oh, I closed it.
God damn it.
No, I'm kidding.
It's in the handouts tab, the journal.
Oh shit, is this for all of us? Sorry.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, yeah,
you're
I've
not
got it.
there, but
You're unconscious.
this is basically just what the letter says. It's sort of an introduction. It's addressed to Alva, which you guess is the head of the Delmirev household. And when Tito and Dorma both read this, they both get like quite grim-faced expressions. Say, so you've come here to chase down a criminal. What sort of person is he? This criminal, what's he done?
He has done heinous crimes against the mortal men, including, and then I'll explain.
Okay,
Kidnap-
so
he was kidnapping, underground
conspiracy, making contracts with demons.
Yeah, I just down the whole deal about
Yeah.
not telling who it is yet, but just what he's done.
Okay, so they both get very grave looks to their face and like, okay, yeah, you should show this letter to our father. We will come to the Colosseum tomorrow morning. If we aren't able to meet you there, there will be someone who will meet you there, and they'll lead you to the Delmirevs house in the Colosseum. It's sort of like our training ground. After Balazar became the champion, we won the right to use the Colosseum as our place of worship. This was before he left to become a bodyguard. Again, it seems like the Delmirevs, it seems like Balazar's a bit distant from them these days. Like, they all still think well of him and they hope he's doing well, but this is probably the first any of them have actually heard from in like quite a long time.
Oh, so being able to read their expressions about how how they seem to feel about it. It seems weird for you to express just a respect and not love towards your brother. What has caused this issue?
Well, the two of us never met him. He left. We joined the family. Our father talks about him a lot. He's very proud of his eldest son, and all that sort of things. And he's the champion of the Colosseum. He won the invitational tournament single-handedly, defeated every single one of the challengers rather than taking part in a team. But, well, you know what life is like in this city, and he was given an opportunity to leave, and he took it. And, we respect that. It's just, I think our father misses him a bit. That's all. We never met him, so we can't love someone we never met. We just respect him.
I stand there with a look of acceptance.
Okay.
That such a thing could not be possible.
And I think sort of that pretty much wraps up this scene, I think, as the two Delmirevs they tell you that they have to pass along at least the gist of the message to the head of the Delmirev family. They do tell you his name, which I need to look up, is Delmirev.
How do you spell that?
Dalsimef. Delmirev. Which, Torin, you would know as a dragon name.
Yeah.
Which I think I already said that but it seems like there's sort of people representing most races in the Delmirev family. And I think from here, with Gregory incapacitated and Torin still sort of reeling from his victory and speaking to the Delmirevs, we're going to go to Milo.
Right.
Milo, the walk takes you about 20 minutes, and the instructions are very clear. You sort of sneak your way through various back alleyways, crawl through passages that are probably only big enough for you to fit through. You don't think A could have fit through these.
Oh.
Until you find yourself in a much seedier I'm going to bring us back to the
Map.
other map.
Yeah.
Map.
What is this door, the Explorer?
Icarus Dive pub. It's down here.
Okay.
So it's literally just sort of like this run-down building. There's like a sign hanging, like half hanging off the brackets, that says Icarus's Dive, and a very faded, like painting of a man with feathered wings stood over the doorway. And yeah, you're stood outside of it. Considering the fact that you are like a bit off a main street, but like you're not far off the main street, this sort of road is deserted. There's nobody here.
I'm going to scout round the building for kind of an alternative entrance to the front entrance.
Okay, yeah. Make an investigation check then, or a perception check, whichever one's better for you.
Perception 2, investigation 0. Okay. 17.
17. Was that on investigation or perception?
Perception.
Yeah. So you see there is like a back door, and there seems to be like a back room to this pub, but the curtains are all like drawn like blackout curtains almost, and there seems to be like a faint red glow underneath the back door, which seems to be locked.
Right. Is there like an upstairs area that I could even climb to or anything?
There is, but it's sort of only the one room upstairs. It's like a one-floor pub, and then possibly like the owner lives above,
Okay.
in the attic.
Okay.
Like, there's the skylight you can see, but the window is shut and the curtains are drawn.
I guess I'll go through the front entrance and roll a perception check.
Yeah, sure. Make a perception check as you walk through.
8.
Well,
Yeah.
First of all, you don't see A when you walk in. There is somebody sat at sat at one of the tables. Feet are up on the table. And it is a finely dressed human who looks familiar to you. You recognize him as Eisen Dorf, his name was. And he was the one who, on the way to Rain, cast a charm spell on you and tried to the Soul Stone. And that's when it clicks where you've heard the name Star. He put a note in your pocket which burst into flames, saying you both worked for the same person and to meet him here.
Right.
And he like looks up, and he seems, when you met him before, he looked boisterous and like well dressed, well looked after. Now he's still dressed in the same clothes. He still looks the part, but there's just sort of a difference in his atmosphere that you can't help but notice. He seems more nervous. And he stands up from his chair and goes, "Milo, finally, thank goodness. I think you'd better speak to the boss. She's in the back room." And he gestures towards the door.
Okay. I'm gonna walk slowly up to the door. Is the door open or closed at the moment?
It's unlocked but closed.
Unlocked,
And as you're walking away, he says, "Be careful. She is really not in a good mood. She was not happy that you failed, and then when I failed as well, don't say anything to make this worse for us."
Right. Okay. I'm gonna knock on the door lightly. With a
There's no answer.
no answer. I'm gonna open it anyway, and roll
Okay.
another perception check.
Yeah.
Which
Don't be a pussy. Just walk in.
3. I can re-roll. It's a nat 1.
Oh yeah, because it's a natural one. Yeah.
Perception again. It's a 16. It's better.
Cool. So you walk in, and this you can figure out was the back room that you saw the red glow coming from. Only now there is no red glow. It's almost entirely pitch black, curtains drawn, and there is a single wooden bench in the middle of the room with a solitary candle flickering inside it. And you remember this. You've sat in an almost identical bench one time.
In that pub.
Just before you spoke to your patron.
Oh, so I gotta go sit down and speak again.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go sit down because it's the only thing I can do.
Yep. And the moment you sit down, you vanish. And you find yourself, once again, in an almost pitch black room. This one, you can't even see the walls of. You have no idea how large it is. The table is gone, and you're simply stood there. There is the candle still there, just sort of floating in the air above you. And standing a few feet away and faced slightly away from you is like a full body length mirror. As you approach this mirror, you see, last time when you looked into this mirror, you saw Glacia, your patron, and you had a fairly amicable discussion where she instructed you to be wary of the demon below Solaris, to capture him in the Soul Stone and bring the Soul Stone to her. This time you see a view of an obsidian castle in a desolate, blasted hellscape. As you approach, the view shifts to what you can assume is inside the castle as obsidian walls and burning sconces light the room. You see 4 figures. They seem to be just... You can't even describe them. They're human shape, but they look like what would happen if you got just an absurd amount of bubble gum and then let it go horribly rotten somehow, and then shaped it into a person. And they all seem to be moaning in agony. And the view shifts again, just sort of panning slightly up the room. You see your patron there, Glacia, sat on a throne made of obsidian, lit from behind by these sconces, looking much more imposing than last time you saw her. She still appears to be this beautiful, almost demonic figure. But now she seems furious. She beckons towards herself, and these humanoid creatures slowly sort of lumber towards her. She reaches out and she grabs onto one of their heads, and it screams, bursts. And then where it was is a small imp, which you know to be a lesser devil. And she directs it away. And the other humanoid masses all seem to eagerly clamor towards her, and she just silently glares at them, and they explode, splattering against the wall. And you hear them moan in agony and begin to reform, shying away from her this time. She then looks over at you from the mirror. She says, "Milo, do you know why I've called you this time?"
I take it you want the Soul Stone back.
You know, Milo, I would love to have the Soul Stone back. Where is it?
Well, there's a small problem. One of my travelling companions, well, none of my travelling companions trust me with this Soul Stone that they have not traced back to me yet, but they're taking care of it, because
Milo, I gave you that stone in good faith as a gift because I saw your promise. I saw what you might become for me. And I didn't want that to be wasted in a battle against some lowly Cambion. And you know, if you had brought this stone back to me, you would have been handsomely rewarded. You failed. And I'm not the sort of woman who appreciates failure. Do I look like a patient person to you, Milo? Answer me honestly now.
not at all.
See, I disagree with you. I think I'm very patient.
Bum, bum, bum,
And you feel the room beginning to grow warmer as that red glow that you saw under the doorway begins to permeate through the entire room as her anger seems to reach you. And right now you are testing my patience.
Grrr! Sorry.
When you failed, I sent one of my other agents to receive the Soul Stone. And you drove him away. Now, 2 failures, my patience is very nearly run out. I will tell you this one time, Milo. You have until the end of the tournament. If by sunset, on the day of the medal ceremony, I do not have that Soul Stone, you and Eisen will both be Lemures. And she gestures towards the strange pink masses. And you can make an Arcana check if you know what.
Yeah.
Let's see
why
if
not?
you know what they are.
18.
Yeah, sort of with your particular knowledge, the Nine Hells as well, working Archduke, you would know that Lemure are lowest class of demon. They are the damned souls that get sent to hell. And for them, existence is eternal torture, unable to die, and unable to feel anything other than the only way to stop being a Lemure, the only way to let that pain end, is to, by some miracle, be promoted to being an actual devil. Which is what you saw happen when you first looked through the mirror.
Oh, yeah.
Do I make myself clear?
Yes, very clear indeed. Very clear, yes.
Oh, very clear. Yeah. Shit.
Good. Now get out of my sight. I suggest you start working with your fellow warlocks instead of against them. And the mirror goes dark, and you are propelled away from this bench. You just go flying back out of the room and into the bar where Eisen is sat. And Eisen just like walks over to you, picks you up, like brushes you off, brushes like the rubble of shattered table off of you. He's like, so it sounds like you got a similar threat that compared to the one that I did. I think it's about time we both came clean with one another. My name is not... Well, it is Eisendorf. It's also A. It's also Alpha. And it's a few dozen other names. That he brings his hand up in front of his face, just covering it for a moment. And when his hand is removed,
Hello?
his face isn't
Can you go
there.
away?
Instead, there's just sort of this
Sorry, 1 second, Logan.
smoke.
Can you go away?
Okay.
I'm talking to friends.
Can I say that?
Go away.
Is it on mute?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Is it? Oh, there's sick headphones, bro.
Thanks. Can you go away now?
Set up, man.
Thanks.
Just,
John,
I'll just look at the setup.
piss off? Great. Thanks. Cheers.
Webcam on.
What?
You got the webcam on.
Yeah. Okay, cheers. Thanks for that. Cool. My brother, everyone. Give him a round of applause.
Poor
Thank
kid
you.
just got told to piss
Sorry, you were saying, Logan.
Yeah, so he brings his hand up in his face, and when he removes it, you see that where his face was is not so much a face as like a misty presence that vaguely resembles a face. And he speaks in a voice that sounds like a dozen voices all speaking over one
Like the Borg.
sort of like a chorus of voices. And he says, we are a changeling.
And
We have,
what exactly does that mean?
well, it means that one of my parents was a doppelganger and the other one was a human. And as a result of my heritage, I have some talents when it comes to disguise. And he sweeps his hand across, and A is stood in front of you, this half-elf rogue. And as a result, I have ended up with more than one personality.
Classic.
Classic.
Does this come at a disadvantage to you, or can you control, well, fully control your multiple personalities?
Well, when I was young, I wasn't able to do it as well as I am now. And if I'm very, very stressed, difficulty changing my form at will, it just sort of gets stuck.
Could
But
I ask a favour of you, perchance?
I get the feeling we both need favors from one another.
Of course, of course.
Sexual.
This is where she whips out.
Horse dong.
Yep, that's it. Changelings
go on,
all
Rob.
massive done.
I don't mind sitting here listening to 10 hours of Rob sucking booze.
Oh.
Go on, Rob. Get to it.
So, what is it that you need then? What
Say
would you
again,
need from
sorry.
me?
Rob,
What?
what did you say? Sorry.
I said, so Eisendorf, what would you need from me?
I need us to get that stone.
I'm
We
glad we're
need
on the same
to
path.
bring it to our mistress before she kills both of us.
Mm.
In fact, before she does much worse than killing both of us. I've lived for quite a long time, and I'm very excited to continue living.
Well, I know where it
Listen,
is, but it's
I-
going to be difficult getting it from where it is.
Yes, Our Lady saw fit to inform that it's being carried by your honest companion, Diamut, when she initially gave us this assignment. I'll explain to you the measures taken in order to try and get this stone after my initial, admittedly brash attempt was less than successful. First of all, I immediately made it seem as though I was traveling back to Solaris when you chased me away. This, coupled with my abilities as a changeling, means that as far as your companions are aware, Eisendorf is nowhere near the Soul Stone. This at least gives us a chance to surprise them. The other thing is I made sure that Gregory Dupont is remembered in this city, and 2, I made sure this city is aware of his return. I've also made sure taken the city of, now that I know where his hideout is,
Is
letting
Logan
his
lagging in and out for
gang
anyone
know
else, or is it just me? Guys?
Sorry?
Is
No,
Logan lagging in and out for anyone else, or is it just me?
No,
it's
just
also
you.
me.
Oh, okay.
No,
No,
I'm
sorry.
not having the issue.
Basically, she or they explain that they let the guards know, or they let the magistrate know that Gregory was coming back. They have told Gregory's old gang where his hideout is, and the other thing that they tell you is that shit. It'll come to me in a bit. She basically just says, I think we need... Oh, sorry, yeah. They tell you that their initial plan was that Gregory would be killed in the sewers trying to sneak in, which unfortunately, when you snuck in with him, kind of threw a spanner in the works. And then she was going to separate you from and try and come up with a plan to deal with Torino. She basically explains that she thinks the best way to get the Soul Stone would be to have the whole group separated and try and especially get Torino away from Chi.
Right.
She says that if you can get Torino away from Chi and make sure he doesn't get any idea of what's happening, then they can possibly get the Soul Stone from Chi.
Sure. Okay, so should we head back to where we last saw back to that tavern, wherever it was.
What, the Shattered Pelvis?
Yeah, well, because Gregory's going to be there, and Torrin's not going to be too far as well, is he?
Well, the last time you saw them both, they were both there.
Yeah. So they
was
just moved on.
Probably about half an hour ago when the flight ended.
Well,
I'll be a second, sorry.
Sure.
Okay.
And of course, I don't have the ability to send people mind messages like Gregory does.
Yeah, no, that's Gregory's thing.
So at this point, what's exactly happened is, as you said, it's been half an hour.
Yeah,
What
so
are
it's like...
doing at this point, because obviously...
Well, Gregory sort of staggered off into the streets, I imagine, towards his hideout.
Right.
You probably spent about 15 minutes talking to the Delmirevs, and I don't know, I was going to ask you next what you've been doing in the meantime.
Oh, right, okay. I'm guessing I'm just trying to rest myself, because obviously I'm 4 goddamn HP.
Yeah. If you rest for an hour, you can take a short rest and start to spend hit dice to heal yourself, or, you heal, you lay on hands, whether you want to waste them or...
I was going to say, I've only got like 1 spell slot left.
Yeah, and you have like 20 HP lay on hand. That's your paladin ability.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Eyes in Alpha A basically just says, honestly, I was hoping you would have some idea of how to separate the rest of them. My plans have all gone kind of awry.
Well, at the very least, we can hunt down Chi, because that's the person who's got the Soul Stone.
Yes,
and
yeah.
There's a good chance she won't be around Torrin unless he's still busy with speaking to...
So I'm fairly good at like mental magic. You saw it when I used it on you.
Oh yeah.
There's a possibility I could get it off her, but I mean, she resisted it before. She seems to be fairly good at resisting mental magic.
Hmm.
It's a possibility, but it's definitely not a guaranteed win.
With her type of what's the word? Fuck. Yeah, like warlock, that sort of shit. Class. Is there any chance that using someone else of her class to speak to them, speak to Chi using some other shit?
Actually, that gives us an idea. And A says, "Well, I am a rogue when I'm in this form, and one of the things that most rogues are taught when they begin their training to become thieves is a secret language called thieves' cant. It allows us to leave messages, maybe indicating dangers or possible lucrative areas, or to have secret conversations in public without prying eyes noticing. Maybe we could use that if she knew that a fellow rogue might trust me.
I think it's worth a try.
Or she might trust me even less, knowing that I'm a rogue.
I'm going to say it's worth a try, but yeah, at the very least, what if she does suspect that you're trying to pull the wool over her eyes or something like that?
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm like you. I am a warlock. I'm fairly charismatic and good at lying. Also, I can be anyone, anytime. I'm fairly confident in my ability to hide my intentions from. It's just I'm not sure about my ability to just go up to her and steal it anymore. I was, then I did, then it didn't work.
Well,
if you want, I can try and strike up a conversation with Chi whenever she's separated from the next.
So has Chi seen you in that form?
I don't think she has.
Right.
I'm good at sneaking. She's also good at perception, but I've mostly only interacted with you and Gregory. If she did see me, it would have been for a moment or so.
Yeah, so she wouldn't recognize you. Okay. Do you know how to track her down?
You guys stand out like a sore thumb in this sea. If you're on, and I've been following you guys this whole time in various different.
How many other forms do you have than the 3 that I know?
Well, the 3 that you know are my personalities. They're who I am, but I can change my appearance to be anyone that I've seen. It takes me some time if I wanted to perfectly mimic them, something. That sort of thing is better suited for true doppelgangers.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's just passing unnoticed in crowd, I'm beyond an expert. I am the crowds.
Well, okay, let's return to that pub and hope Chi is still there, and I will go up to the balcony while you're trying to talk to her and give you directions from where I am.
Okay,
How
yeah,
does that sound?
sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to look and see if Eisen actually does have a sending cantrip. It's been a while since I saw him. No, he doesn't. He has prestidigitation. God damn it, useless. You suck, Eisen. Otherwise, he might have been able to do the same thing that Matt can do and have a secret telepathic conversation with. But he can't. He's useless. He's a failure. So yeah, you both towards the shattered pelvis, and I think I'll just quickly ask what Alex has been doing in the meantime. It's been probably, by the time they get back to the shattered pelvis, it's been about an hour since the fight ended.
So a lot of that time is just probably be spent trying to cure as many hit points back as possible.
Yeah, I
And the
mean, at
rest.
the end of the day, 1 hour is a short rest, and if you want, I can explain how hit dice work, and you can just recover HP.
Yeah.
And, like, you can just like rest in the back room.
Yeah, that's probably what I'd
Okay.
done. I just sat there. Are the brother and sister still there? Or they already left.
They've both left. They left like straight after your conversation. Like,
Okay then.
if you want to say anything to them, we can retcon it in. But
No, I was just wondering. I was just like trying to just talking about various stuff, but nothing important.
yeah, okay. So the way short rests work is there are certain abilities that you get back on a short rest, which I'm not sure whether you have be in your class page. Like any of those abilities, if they say they come back on a short rest, then they do. And the other thing is you have a hit dice, and you have as many hit dice as you have levels. So as a level 4 paladin, you have 4 hit dice.
Yep.
And what you can do is you can roll those and add your Constitution modifier to each roll, store that many hit dice. And as a paladin, I believe your hit dice is a D10. It says so on your stats page.
Yeah, that's right. It says stats page D10.
Yeah, cool. So you can roll up to 4d10 and add your Constitution each time. Make a roll just until you heal.
It's
5 plus 2 Constitution. So it's 7 total for that.
to 11. No, he's another one. It's 16, which is 27. And I'll use one more as well, so left. 5, and that's, how many is that again? So it's 5 plus...
That's 3 hit dice, so that's 5 plus 2 is 7 HP.
Oh shit, what was shit, 20 a month. Oh, a month. There we go. Yeah, because I was at 20. I can't remember. I think I'm on 34.
That sounds close enough, sure.
Yeah, it's about that.
So yeah, you have that. You have 1 hit dice left for the day then.
Yeah, so that's
Sure.
it. Fine.
Cool. I think in the meantime, Chi has just been sort of like partying, celebrating in the crowd, spending some more of Gregory's winnings. But that's already accounted for. And I think as Milo and A both arrive at the tavern, and I'm guessing you sort of split up. Milo goes up towards the balcony, and A sort of blends into the crowds. I think that's probably a pretty good place to leave the session for the night.
Right.
Okay.
Sure.
Because we're sort of getting to the point where that's like as much as I have solidly prepared.
Sure.
Yep.
Like we could continue, but it just won't.
Right, so I guess now is best time to ask about what's happening with the newbies. Are they going to just hop in on this campaign, or are we
Well, I
gonna
was hoping.
to a new one?
Yeah. By the way, like Tim never reads chats or like group chats unless you're at him, so I probably should have mentioned him. We call it summoning.
Okay, summon him.
Why
Yeah.
does he not actually...
I don't know. He always beats group chats for whatever reason. So like, if ever we need his attention, like in the flat, like if there was a room check or something like that, we'd have to specifically at him, otherwise he'll complain because he never got the message. But yeah, no, just do that if you need his attention or message him.
Yeah. So, I still need to actually finish making characters for all the newbies.
Right.
But my original is when they're all done making characters, we're going to do like a short 2 sessions as sort of like a side, not quite non-canon thing, like canon adjacent thing,
Right.
and then we're going to start a new campaign with everyone after that's done.
How many sessions do you think is left of this, or how many hours do you think?
Probably at the rate we've gone through today, 1 or 2 sessions, maybe 2, 3, probably not 1.
Right.
An
average of 2, sure.
Yeah, we'll average it out to 2 sessions left. At the end of the day, it depends on how you guys resolve conflicts.
Yeah.
And how you resolve your current predicaments. But,
well, we got a lot less distracted today. I'll give us that.
Yeah, like we
Still got really badly distracted, so it points.
A couple of points, but nowhere like before.
It was mostly only the beginning. Once we got going, we got going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, all of you level up.
Yay.
So if anyone,
No, how dare you? I will not level up.
Okay, I was gonna say, if anyone wants to stick around tonight or level,
I'll do it now because
I guess Matt doesn't want to level up, so he's gonna go down to level 3. I'm gonna go with that.
Nice, I agree with that.
That's a good point. Do I put all my hit points back to 29? I've just realised.
Yes.
Technically, I am sleeping now.
I mean, I don't remember why you had lower hit points, to be honest, Matt. It was probably that fight in the sewers, which I'd say you've had enough chance to rest by now that you're back at full.
Okay, where do I change my level again? Oh,
It's on the class page.
level and experience. I can't seem to change that myself, actually.
That's strange.
I don't think. Oh, edit. Sorry, yeah.
Okay.
No, that's not the right one.
There should just be, like, type stuff in.
It's below armor class, isn't it?
What, class
no.
levels?
That's
So just
go on the class page, and it'll say like all of the classes. You
This
can
one.
just increase the number.
Oh,
Sorry.
shit. Yeah, of course. Sorry.
Greened out things are they're things that will automatically calculate. Increase
So
them.
we were on level 5 then, boys.
Yep. Everybody's level 5 boys.
bang in.
Who wants to
I'm gonna
actually
do it
go
now.
through the whole thing first? We'll
Me.
do this one at a time.
106.
I'd like to level up.
Okay.
Let me just-
Alex, we can do you first then if you want.
Yeah, let me get my thing.
Where's handbook?
Read through my handbook. I got my handbook open now to page 106. I'm ready to rumble.
Right. I'll
Sure.
go
In
for
that case,
I'll do mine
yeah.
another day.
all right, cool. We'll do it another time then, Matt.
Yeah. All good.
I see. What time do you want me to pick you up on Saturday, man?
4.
4?
About
Yeah,
them.
cool.
Cool.
Okay. I'll pick you up at 4.
Can I join?
Yeah, man, you can come watch
Yeah.
all of us.
Hell yeah. Because
When are you doing this?
because Tim, who's going to join us, he said, "Oh, I've seen Deadpool now. My favourite part was when Wolverine dies, and I'm like really confused."
Yeah, it ends with Captain America killing Deadpool.
Oh.
Spoilers.
Good.
When are you doing this? When are you going?
This Saturday, if you want to come.
What time?
Well, I'm going to pick Matt up
be
about
going-
4. So if you can be at Rob's by then, we can pick you up as well. We'll get
Alex
pizza
drives.
and watch Deadpool.
So what time, Matt? Sorry.
Just wait. I think the showing. Well, I'm going to Logan's about 4. However, the showing not Hereditary. That's good though. Let me find. I think it was like 8 o'clock ish. 8 o'clock ish. So not Friday. Saturday. Yeah, about 8:20. 8:20.
Cool. So we could all meet like outside Cineworld at like 10 past 8 or something.
if you want to do that instead. Yeah.
How does that work?
I'm fine with either. So City World, yeah, as well. That was the next question. Which
Yeah. Cineworld's the vastly superior one.
Yes, it is.
I'm pretty sure it's the only one showing at the moment. I don't think Odeon is at the moment.
Poor Odeon.
No,
Just got
I think they
absolutely
tend
battered.
to have shorter running times of their shit.
Oh, okay.
I'll have a look now, but obviously,
Yeah, it's fine.
so
I'd rather go to Cineworld anyway. I don't really.
Cool, that's
Oh,
punched
no.
in the calendar.
it's at 9 o'clock, so fuck that.
Yeah, no, we'll go to Cineworld then.
Yeah, that's all good.
Meet up about 8:10. I'll take a note of it as well.
Okay, all good.
DP.
I'm putting it in my calendar.
Right, I'll see you guys then.
See ya.
Yep.
Right,
All right.
see you.
I'll see you on
Laters.
Saturday, mate.
See you
See you
Saturday.
Saturdays.
See you. Bye-bye.
Cool. And Alex.
Yes.
Leveling up. Dinging the hell out of this.
Can I get mine out of the way so I can quit the stream and go to the pub?
Oh, yeah. Do you want to do it first then, Rob?
Yeah,
If Alex doesn't mind.
Do rock this. Yeah,
Cheers.
that's fine. Do
Right,
rock
cool.
this.
You are on board. Yeah.
Yeah, 106. Well, starting 106.
Yep, you are. So you're currently level 5. The first thing to do is increase your maximum hit points.
Yay.
So let's have a look at your character sheet. So yeah, you've already increased Warlock to 5 there. Go back to the core stats page, and you know that your hit dice as a Warlock is a D8. So you can roll one of your hit dice, and you will take either a minimum of half plus 1, your maximum thing you can roll, or just what you rolled, and then add your Constitution to it, and your maximum hit points increases by that much. So it's going to be 5 plus your con. If you roll higher, use that.
18.
No, roll a d8.
Oh,
not
right.
Constitution save.
That's the. Oh, there it is. D8. 6.
Cool. So you get 6 plus your con. 7 extra hit points. Your maximum hit points goes up by that much.
34. What the fuck? There we go. 34. There we go. Oop, there we go.
Cool. And as a block in the table, you don't get any new class features, but your proficiency bonus does go up by 1, which it's already automatically calculated because you're a total level of 5. That happens to everyone.
Cool.
Basically, proficiency affects things that you're skilled in, so like weapons, most of your spells will use like
does
the
it
skills
cost
that
upskill as
you're
well?
proficient in will all use it.
Right.
That's already automatically calculated, but it's a very nice thing that you get at level 5. It's just sort of,
Yeet.
this is the next step up as a character. Normally the milestones are like level 3, level 5, level 10, and increasing by 5 each time. The other things are you learn a new spell, and your maximum spell slot level goes up to 3rd level. So now whenever you cast a spell, before you would cast all your spells as level 2 spells, regardless of what they actually were. Now you cast them all as level 3 spells. And you get a 3rd invocation. So we will do the spells first, I think.
Sure.
So if you have a look at spell list, and I will tell you the page where Warlock spells start. And they start at the top of page 210. And you can take an extra one of any of the spells to 3rd level. And also, if you want, you can trade out one of your spells for another spell that you can learn.
Right. Let's guess what I haven't used so far. Ooh, did I just...
If there's something that sounds cool, I generally know what they all do. So you can just say, hey, Logan, what does this do?
Hi, Logan, what does this do? Right. So currently, shopping... Shocking grasp. I haven't actually used many of my new spells yet.
Yeah, these. Are you looking at your cantrip?
Yeah.
So you remember cantrips are like they're basically free spells. They're like the lowest level thing you can do, and you can do them infinitely without spending a spell slot.
Right. Oh, I see. My bad. Yeah.
So it's like your level 1 and your level 2 ones that are your proper spells. But
All right.
for warlocks, cantrips are actually really good because you have limited spells.
So you say I can get 2 or get 1 and replace one of the old one, one of the level 1 and 2.
You can get 1 or get 1 and replace 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's up to you. The cool things you can do. Okay, it's not you who I screwed that up with. I know before I told that Thunder Wave worked in a completely different way from how it actually works, but it wasn't you who I told that because you can't get that spell.
Whole person shattered. Huh. Yeah, I think I'll just get, because I quite like the look of my current level 1 and 2 spells.
Okay.
So let's have a look at these level 3 ones. So counter spell, let's zoom me on in here. There we go. Counter spell, dispel magic, fear, fly, gaseous form, what's Hunger of Hadar?
Hunger of Hadar. I know it's a debuff. Some actually exactly what it does. Wait a sec. Whoops. H. Heroes Feast. Heroism. Hunger of Hadar. You open a gateway to the dark between the stars, a region infested with known horrors. A 20-foot radius sphere of blackness and bitter cold appears, centered on a point within range, lasting for the duration of the spell, which is 1 minute. The void is filled with a cacophony of soft whispers, flipping noise heard up to 30 feet away. No light, magical, or otherwise can illuminate the area. Creatures within the area are blinded. Void creatures walk the fabric of space, and the area is difficult terrain, so it takes twice as much movement to cross it. And any creature that starts its turn in the area takes 2d6 cold damage. Any creature that ends its turn in the area must succeed on a dexterity saving throw, or take another 2d6 acid damage. As milky, otherworldly tentacles rub all over them.
God damn it.
Just wanted to
Tentacles,
point
hell yeah.
out it specifies that.
Oh, you know how much I love tentacles.
So basically, that's the hentai.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can make the tentacle zone if you wanted.
Right, so what's vampiric touch?
Health drain, basically.
Okay. Tongues,
It's like
does
a
it
big
mean
damage spell and it drains health.
Right.
What's up, sorry?
Tongues, is that just speaking more
Yeah, I think it gives you every language. I think that's what it does. I will check.
remove curse sounds pretty straightforward. Major image.
Major image is illusion, I believe.
Ooh.
I will check that as well in a check tongues. That's different entirely. Suggestion, telekinesis. Tensor's floating disc. Tongues. Grants the creature you touch the ability to understand any is. The target speaks. Any creature that knows at least one language and can hear it understands what it says. Yeah, so it's just, whoever you choose can speak every language, basically. And the other one was major image.
Yeah.
Major image.
Major image.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Ask your suggestion. Major image. 3rd level illusion spell. Concentration up to 10 minutes. You create the image of an object, a creature, or some other visible sound that is no larger than a 20-foot cube. The image appears on the spot you can see within range and lasts for the duration. It seems completely real, including sounds, smells, and temperature, appropriate to the thing that depicted. You can't create sufficient heat or cold to cause damage, a sound loud enough to deal further damage, or deafen a creature, or a smell that might sicken a creature. As long as you're within range of the illusion, you use your action to cause the image to move to any other spot within range. As the image changes location, you can appearance so that its movements appear natural. For example, if you created the image of a creature and move it, you can alter the creature so it appears to be walking. Similarly, you can cause the illusion to make different sounds at different times, even making it carry out a conversation. Physical interaction with the image allows it to be an illusion because things pass through it, and a creature that uses its action to examine the image can determine that it is an illusion with a successful investigation check.
Fly.
That's about it.
It sounds fairly straightforward, but fly.
Yeah. Fly gives you a flying speed of 60 per round, basically. It's you or any one person you touch at 3rd level. Very, very useful.
I think I'm going
Flying
to
is
fly.
dope as hell. You want to take fly?
Yeah.
Gonna be a flying midget.
Hell yeah.
It is concentration, so if anything like damages you and you fail your concentration check, flying you'll fall to the ground.
Let's see what.
Such as like EF. Nah. I'm just checking to see if there's anything that I don't. Finger of Death. That's a cool spell.
Yes, it is.
Fly, 3rd level VSM. Concentration up to 10 minutes, which is 100 rounds, I should mention. Target gains a flying speed of 60 feet when the spell ends. Target falls. When the spell ends, the target falls if it unless it can stop the if you cast it at a higher level, you people, but the highest level you have at the minute is level 4. So, you are taking the fly spell back.
Yeah.
In that case, we'll just add a fly spell and call it fly, and I'll put in the stats in the description. Because otherwise we'll be here for 10 years. In that case, the other thing is go back to page 106. Because it'll be somewhere around. Well, you get an Eldritch Invocation. Which, like, you've taken a couple of these, but they're, like, special abilities that warlocks have that can just allow them to do special things, because they don't get as many wizards and sorcerers. Instead, they're sort of like a hybrid spellcaster sort of thing. So, the list of invocations, page 110 at the bottom of it.
Right, yeah.
And if you look at your class, I think it says already have a list as like your ability.
Where
That's
am I
on your
looking?
character sheet.
Oh, character sheet. On what tab did you say?
Class. Yeah, like you have Gaze of Two Minds. A minute.
Oh, yeah. Mask of Many Faces. Oh! Okay. I kind of forgot I had Mask of Many Faces. Okay.
That's similar to
Yeah.
what the Changeling has, actually.
Oh, that's handy. Oh, I really need to look at my character sheet more.
Mm-hmm.
Sharpshooter. Yeah. Okay, I'll look at that later. So what am I doing, did you say?
You can add one more of these Eldritch Invocations.
Oh, okay,
function
right,
to
right.
it.
Oh shit! I forgot I had the great weapon fighting. I took great weapon fighting, didn't I?
Oh yeah, so like, you know, if you really wanted to deal damage, you could have taken a -5 to hit and done an extra 10 damage.
I can't remember which one I had. Was it great weapon fighting?
Great Weapon Master, it'll be, yeah. Is that?
I just realised I can't have some of these. It says
That's the fighting
prerequisite level.
Oh, sorry, that's your fighting style.
Which is when you roll a 1 or a 2 on a damage die for an attack.
Ah, you can
Like a
re-roll
melee.
it.
Re-roll it, and I have to take it.
Sorry, I was thinking of the feat, Great Weapon Master.
I don't think I took that. I'm not sure. If I
You
took that.
must not
Yes,
have done.
I did. No, I did. It is. It's my other thing, but I just didn't do anything with it.
So I take it I can't have anything that says prerequisite level whatever. That's not my level.
Yeah, yeah. If
Sure.
it's higher than your level. If you don't meet the
Makes
prerequisite.
Oh damn! I just noticed them. You know that was it the You know that one time I missed. That like in the last in that fight. Do you know
Yes.
do you know how much damage I did?
How much?
It was a 17. I
Oh,
rolled
damn.
2 6s plus my bonus,
That would have very much taken her down instantly.
and I could have actually re-rolled my d6 dice if I'd have remembered, because I rolled a 1 on my first turn.
Well, I think at the time she was on like 5 HP as well. So
Yeah, because literally the second attack I did, which is the one that I did the bonus damage to, rolled 11 plus my 5,
mhm.
and obviously an 11 because it was d8. It was an 8.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
hit the max, and then a 3. I forget I deal massive.
Oh yeah,
damage.
like Torin's immense. Like he's actually a combat character, as opposed to say Gregory, who has no fighting ability.
Oh yeah, no.
I still don't think he has any attacks.
I think I'll go for repelling blast.
Do, do, do,
Oh,
do.
111 right side.
Repelling blast. When you hit a creature with Eldritch Blast, you can push them up to 10 feet away from in a straight line. Oh, shit, that's really strong. That doesn't even give them a saving. You can just straight up push them away from you.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Cool.
Yeah, if you
Pop that
put
in.
that, yeah, just take like a note of it in your class page again.
In the other classes there. Paste.
Yeah, in the other class actions, what I might do is I might move down into this class actions table here, because that's what I've done for all the other characters, and then you can see them all like separated down.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Yep.
Right, is that me?
I'll do all that another time.
Sure. Yeah.
I am just going to, because I keep, because of your pact, you also get spells. Yeah, so at 3rd level, you actually also have Burning Hands and Command. Wait, do you get? Oh no, that's that spell list that you can choose from. So when you were selecting your spells, you also have like the options of Burning Hands and Command, Blindness and Deafness, Scorching Ray, Fireball, or Stinking Cloud. Burning Hands is like a big cone in front of you of fire spell. You cast everything as level 3, so it will be powerful. Command, you can issue a 1-word command to someone, and they have to make a saving throw to see whether they do it. Or Blindness and Deafness, pretty self-explanatory. Scorching Ray shoots, I think, 3 rays of fire that can target things individually. Fireball is an enormous 40-foot diameter sphere of fire. It's so basically there are 2 main like classic attack spells, and they are Lightning Bolt and Fireball. Lightning bolt is massive damage, straight line, 5 foot wide, and hits everything in that line. Fireball is the same damage, but it's fire, and it's in a massive sphere. It's something like 8d6 damage or something. It's ridiculously powerful. But again, you'll hit your allies with it if you're careful. Fireball. Like, you have to aim it carefully, or use it on groups of people and stuff. So it's all about using your spells cleverly if you're going to do that sort of attack spell. The new one is Stinking Cloud, which is exactly what it sounds
like. Where do I see these?
This was on page 100, and something I keep forgetting about. Basically, because of you being a warlock who's bound to a patron, depending on the patron you get the option of various different spells when you're choosing your spells. So, like, instead of fly, you could those, or you could change one of your current spells for one of those.
I'm gonna have a quick final look at my other spells. My whole person. So I can replace my level 1 spells. Oh wait, so
yeah.
Unseen Servant, does that work similar to Mage Hand?
Similarly, yes. It's like Unseen Servant is a little bit stronger, I think, and it can manipulate things a little bit better, but most of the things you can do with Unseen Servant, I'd probably let you do with Mage Hand.
Okay. So if I were to replace Unseen Servant, then would it be much of a problem?
It depends. It's up to you what spells you...
Yeah.
Would you use Unseen Servant? Like,
I've
can't tell
only
you what's
used
going
Mage
to be
Hand
coming
to
in the
distract
game.
a few times, and that was about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could
I
probably...
don't think you've ever used Unseen Servant. I think you forget you have stuff.
I forget I have most of my spells, to be honest. Yeah, so what can I replace that one with then?
Any of the spells you looked at before, any of these Fiend expanded spells on page 100 that are up to 3rd level.
Okay. On which page did you say?
109.
9, right.
They're up in the top right of it.
Fire shield, fire, fireball, stinking cloud, blindness, deafness, scorching ray, burning hands, command. Oh, command. Yeah.
You might already have command,
Do I?
actually. No, maybe you considered it before.
Yeah, I must have considered it, because otherwise I would have been dicking around with people just to get them to do things. Yeah. So it has to, what, does it have to be of the same level, or can it be up to level 3 then?
It can be up to any level you know. Like, so it can be up to level 3 yeah.
Okay. So what's...
So if you lose a level 1 slot, this is how, like, high-level wizards don't end up with, like, 9 level 1 spells and 1 level 9 spell.
Okay,
This
so
is how they
what
balance
is Hallow then?
Hallow. You getting that? Oh, Hallow, that's a 5th level.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I can only get up to
It's
third.
up to 3rd level.
So fireball, stinking cloud. Yeah, I'm going to go for the passive, well, more passive stinking cloud then.
Okay.
I've already
I will just quickly read exactly. And then you can say if you want it on.
Yeah.
La 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 la. Passive trace. Prone delusion. Spiritual stone shape. Stinking cloud. You create a 20-foot radius sphere of yellow nauseating gas centered on a point within range. The cloud spreads around and its area is heavily obscured. cloud lingers in the air for the duration of the spell, which is up to 1 minute. Each creature that is completely within the cloud at the start of its turn must make a Constitution saving throw against the poison. Failed save. The creature will spend its action that turn retching and reeling, so it stops them from being able to actually do anything other than try and get out of the cloud. Creatures that don't need to breathe or are immune to poison will automatically succeed in the saving throw. A moderate wind of at least 10 miles per hour will disperse the cloud after 4 rounds, and a strong wind, which is at least 20 miles per hour, will disperse it after 1.
Yeah, stinking cloud, because fireball, I know I'll make a lot of damage with it. Blindness, deafness, I'm sure one of my spells also does something similar.
Yeah, it's called putting a pan on top of the dog's head.
What's hellish rebuke again?
Hellish rebuke is if an
Yeah.
enemy hits you, you can hit them back, basically.
Yeah.
You've used it to do some nasty damage before.
Which one did I say I'll get rid of? It was level 2. No, level 1. Yeah, Unseen Servant. So I'll get rid of Unseen Servant and replace that for what was it, gas?
I'll just remind myself to delete that.
Stinking
To do
cloud.
it. And level 3, Sting Cloud.
Yeah.
Stinking Cloud. Cool. And I think that is you fully leveled.
Cool.
I guarantee I'll remember something later. And text you like, oh god, I forgot you get 10,000 extra damage every time you fight Gregory Dupont. Every time you fight one of your friends, you get 30 damage. Oh,
Yeah. That'd be
that's
hilarious.
useful.
Yeah. Gregory Dupont. Right.
I think that's you fully leveled up.
Awesome. I'm gonna disappear off them.
Enjoy El Pub.
I'll enjoy the pub. I'll see you Saturday.
Yep, see you Saturday.
Alex, did you say you're coming to mine to pick me up?
We can do. Well, we were going to meet at State at Cineworld, weren't we?
Yeah, but I mean,
I think
like,
that's good.
Alex, you drive, or are you?
Yeah, I'll drive.
Can I hitch a lift?
Yeah.
Because you don't live too far.
Like that was not going to be a part of it anyway.
Awesome.
Of course I was going to pick you up.
Absolute geezer.
No,
Thank you.
You get there yourself.
No, I'll have to
No,
walk.
very
It's only
close to each
5
other,
miles away or something.
That takes like an hour.
I could
to
have
do.
drove you there anyway, because it's just that it would be the opposite direction
Yeah.
for me, and then I'd.
Yeah, it's a bit of a
But if
problem.
Alex is going to do it, then that's fine.
Cool. Well, I could have just taken the train up if it meant you driving all the way.
time?
20
10
past.
past 8 we'll
10
meet up.
past. 10 past.
10 past 8, that's fine.
Yeah. Cool. In that case, Alex,
Sorry?
do you
Right.
want to level up now?
See you guys later.
Yes. Says.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Cool, that was fun. Time to go to the pub. Goodbye, stream.